Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Demon Appreciation Podcast, episode 18. How is everyone doing today? Hey, tonight I am joined by two friends, the homies. I have Mr. VCiPz. How are you tonight, man? Can't hear you, man. Ah, here we go.
There you go. There you go. My mic was just working just a second ago. I'm not sure what happened, but what's up, David? Thank you for inviting me on. It's gonna be a great time tonight. It's been pretty chill lately, but the news has been coming out. There's been a lot of rumors, a lot of leaks, and I can't wait to talk about our predictions.
Yes, sir. We always gotta have you on when it comes to predictions, man. So should be very fun.
Definitely.
Thanks for joining me, man. We are.
Thank you again for inviting me. I appreciate it. It's gonna be a fun time for sure.
Yes, sir.
As always.
Yes. Also joined, of course, by Mr. King 2022 Narukami. How are you doing, man?
I'm good, David, and I just want to say, all the people that came early, shout out to Faz for coming very early to the stream earlier, and he was like SMT 5 2022, so
Yeah.
shout out to all my 2022 homies out there.
For sure, for
2021, but we'll get into that later.
Faz is always right on time when it comes to spreading lies, so of course.
Fuck you, David.
All right, we're up to a great start, so welcome everyone. Thanks for being here as always. Tonight's going to be super fun. Shout out to everyone who's already here. We really appreciate that. Massive support as always. Of course, you guys are tuning in and we really appreciate it. Now, you've seen the title. Tonight, we're going all in. I think it's going to be an interesting episode, a long episode, and a funny episode at times, probably. Of course, we're going to talk all and everything about E3 2021. We keep getting new information and more information as days goes by, and we know E3 is going to be hyped this year. Of course, E3 was not there last year because of the whole pandemic situation, of course, and I think that's a good reason of why I think we should expect big things this year. We have a very interesting list. I have a big list of predictions. My two friends here have a big list of predictions too. And you guys, and you guys sent some very, very, very interesting questions too. So it's going to be fun. Now, guys, I know Nintendo, Sega, and Atlus are going to be the hot topics tonight. So why don't we go ahead and start with another publisher? Who should we start with tonight?
Well, can I just mention something before we really get into it?
Of course.
Like a month or two ago, I really wasn't expecting much from E3. There were all those rumors about them having like a paid system, like you can pay to see certain events and everything. And I know the online community was flooded with comments about, oh, E3's dead and everything. No one's going to be there this year. And all of a sudden, all these bombshells start dropping up.
Yep.
Nintendo's going to be there. Microsoft, Square Enix, Sega. I mean, it's alive and well.
Let's be honest too. Summer Games Fest last year, that was more dead than E3.
Man.
Let's be real honest.
Oh yeah, it was. I'm glad you mentioned that before we started, King, because I'm gonna take this L. I was part of the gang of people that were saying like E3 is gonna be dead this year because of all the talks about E3 being a paid event, and most importantly, that's what I always said. I always said, I think E3 is gonna be not that interesting because it's digital. It's a digital event, and if you know press members, if you listen to insiders podcasts and stuff like that, I'm really up to date on those things, and I know that those guys enjoy E3 because of what's going on in the background, back scene. So journalists, they talk together, they create some links, and it's very good for when you work at E3, not necessarily as a consumer. So I was expecting publishers such as Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft, Square Enix to do their own digital shows, which they all do now. Most of those publishers that I mentioned, they do their own Nintendo Directs now. We have Directs, we have Sony State of Plays, Microsoft Presents, Square Enix Presentation, Bandai Namco, all of them are doing it. So I was like, man, E3 is probably dead nowadays, but it seems like those publishers still see some good in the brand, and it's dope to see because, man, E3 is exciting as a consumer. Now, before we head into the predictions, massive shout out to the homie himself, Demi Crow, coming in right away before we start with the $15 super chat. Thank you so much, man. Demi Crow, you're awesome, man. Appreciate that. And he says, yo, thanks for the video this morning. Put me in a better mood. Also, you should stream the best Square Enix game ever made, Balan Wonderworld. Oof.
More like Balan Wonderbland.
Yeah, pretty much. But I appreciate the kind word and the support, Demi Crow. We really appreciate you, man. You're awesome.
Oh.
Oh, we had a little interruption, King. What did you say?
Oh, I just said something about like I felt my something crawl up my skin when you said Battle in Wonderland's the best game Square Enix ever made. Oh.
But what's the best game Square made, though?
God.
If we get serious with that super chat, what's the best Square Enix game ever? What's your favorite?
Kingdom Hearts 2. It's the best action RPG there is.
Oof.
Kingdom Hearts 2.
Smoking the good shit, huh?
Oh yes, yes, the best Kingdom Hearts stuff right there. I'm on that goofy path.
King, you have a pick?
Technically, Square published Persona 4 in Europe, so.
I don't know about that.
Just saying, just putting it out there.
Very hard to say for Square Enix. I'll think about it. Now, who do we start with? Guys,
I think we should start with Square Enix, actually.
Of course. Sure. Why not? Because I think Square Enix is going to be interesting. Square Enix, if I remember correctly, last E3, 2019, they were hot. Like, they had, like, FF7 Remake. They had a lot of interesting things, actually, from what I remember. Wasn't it, speaking of Kingdom Hearts, the last DLC, I think, was at E3 that year?
I believe Remind.
Yeah, Remind, exactly. So that was a big deal.
Oh, yeah. Because the original game was kind of lacking, so the Remind did fix a lot of the issues the original base game had.
What else was there, Square Enix? But hey, I mean, they show big things. Now, this year, I think we'll see Neo: The World's End with You, for sure.
Oh, definitely.
I think that's definitely that's definitely going to be there since it's coming out the next month.
Right. What I think we'll see is revived RPGs. Like, for example, Saga Frontier Remastered came out recently, and they've been very frequent in general with reviving IPs or making sequels to them, like The World Ends With You, for example. And I know a lot of people don't think it's going to happen. I don't really think it's going to happen much, but if it does, be dope. A Chrono Cross remake. Like, listen, the reason why I say that, or at least a remaster, a Chrono Cross remaster, is because I don't see a Chrono Trigger remake happening soon. It'd be nice, but like I don't see that happening.
It'd be nice, but at the same time, it's scary because Chrono Trigger has its legacy, and I don't want Chrono Trigger to get these Secret of Mana treatment. Because man, Secret of Mana, the remake was like, ooh, that was really rough. So Chrono Trigger, if they do something like Trials of Mana, that was dope. But if it's like Secret of Mana, oof, I don't know, man. I don't know. But we have Mako Tensei in the chat, though. Xenogears remake. Oof. That'd be freaking nice.
Yeah, I'm not sure, though. I don't know, man. A little bit of Bandai Namco gotta be in there, too, right?
Yeah, I think so. But that's scary. That's scary because those games, they hold such a legacy that, like, do you really want to remake them? It's scary. I think it's scary, for sure.
Definitely. I think one thing we're definitely going to see is Final Fantasy 16. I feel it's pretty far into development. I know some people feel like it's not going to come for a few years from now, but I think it's very possible to be this year, like the end of the year it could release, or maybe later into next year. But we're definitely going to see some gameplay for sure. I feel like at the C3. We're going to see some more gameplay, maybe some more story elements too.
Hopefully.
Go in depth with the characters, stuff like that. I think it's going to be a main focal point for the C3 for Square Enix.
Hopefully. Wasn't the FF16 a 2021 game at the beginning?
I don't think so. I'm not sure.
They never explicitly said that, but there was many rumblings on Twitter from people who are in the scene that like know what's going on in the back end, and many people were saying that it is close to the end of development. So.
That'd be dope, but at the same time, for FF16, as much as I want to get excited, the medieval setting excites me because it's been a while for Final Fantasy, and I don't know, I'm just kind of scared because if you remember the launch of FF15, that was pretty rough. Like when the game first came out, it was struggling at times, but of course now it's a very good package, I would say. It still has its issues, of course, but it's way better than it was at launch. At launch, oof, that was a rocky. That was not that great, to be honest.
Definitely, but the thing is like with Final Fantasy 16, they have the combat designer from Devil May Cry 5 as the lead with the action gameplay in Final Fantasy 16. So all the combat is similar to actually Devil May Cry 5, actually, which I know many people who play Final Fantasy, including myself and sometimes, we love the original style RPG format. But if we're going to have action RPG gameplay, this is going to be the perfect game to incorporate that into Final Fantasy 16 with the help of that combat designer. I forgot his name off the top of my head, but he works on Devil May Cry.
I don't have the name, but I know who you're talking about. I heard about that too. So
I think we've talked about it once before, actually. But it's definitely something that I think we'll see for sure at the C3 from Square Enix. We're going to get a lot of Final Fantasy 16 stuff, maybe some revived RPGs. I think we could see Saga Frontier 2 and 3 be remastered, actually, too. And yeah, we'll see from there what else we can get, hopefully.
Yeah. Square Enix. What about that game that they showed at the Sony State of Play?
Life is Strange. Is that what you're talking about?
That's not what I'm talking about, but that's definitely a good pick. That's coming out, I think, September. So that's definitely a game that they will show at E3. Life is Strange. You know what? I played the first game. I played the second game. I didn't play Before the Storm. And those games are like, I enjoyed them for what they were.
Yeah.
I might insult some people. Sorry in advance. But I'm glad I paid $10 for each of them. Like, I'm not paying. Like, in Canadian, it's $89.99 for a game. And Life is Strange, the new one, is $89 at launch. 89 bucks. That's a big fat nah, bro. So I'll get it. No disrespect to the team. The games are quality, and I love the story, especially the first game.
The first one was good. I played the first one, but then I tried the second, and like you said, I got it at a discount too.
The second one drags on a bit, I would say.
But here's the thing about the first one that I have a problem with. I don't remember much about it. I played it, I enjoyed it, but it wasn't that memorable.
I remember is just walking around the school. That's the most I remember. Like, honestly.
A big tornado. That's about it.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy about Square Enix? When you really think about it, they actually had 3 bad releases. Well, this may shock some people, but Avengers,
it's all right.
Alan Wonderworld, and Outriders. Outsiders? Which one is it?
Outriders, but Outriders is doing very well right now, though. I didn't play the game. I don't know anything about it.
But see, that's the thing, is before it's been doing as good as it currently is, everyone was like clowning it and like talking about, oh, what is this game? It's just some BS Game Pass game, and now everyone's playing it.
But now it's doing pretty well. So, but yeah, I remember hearing bad things before launch. So great to see that.
Are we finally going to see Spider-Man for Avengers at E3? That's the big question.
Dude, that's been in talks for a long time now. Where is it?
I know.
I think even they forgot.
What if they scrapped it? What if they're like, no, bro, this game's dead.
I think gamers just forgot the game existed. Period. So.
Possibly.
Well, barely anyone bought it, except for like the few casuals who thought, "Oh, Avengers, nice! It's a game about the Avengers," and then they play it and it's like, "Oh crap, boring and bland, and the combat's horrible." And then there's microtransactions out the wazoo.
Yeah. Now the game that I'm
had a great chance to be great.
Yeah, definitely.
It could have been great.
How do you flop an Avengers game? Dude,
the amount of money they lost is immeasurable. They lost millions of dollars.
That license to Marvel,
big IP like that, like.
Ooh, but I was like, when they first, I remember that was E3 2019, dude. That was E3 2019 where they showed Avengers, and it was like, we're gonna show all those games and a big look at the next Marvel's Avenger game by Square Enix. I was like, let's go, Avengers. The movies are hot. The game's gonna be freaking hype. But then I saw it and I was like, ooh, that looks like well, it looks good, but the gameplay felt like a PS2 beat 'em up game.
It looked rusty.
It really did.
And you know what's crazy about that E3 that also was shown, but at Nintendo's Direct? Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. Now I wonder which game was the better game at the end of the day.
Yep.
I wonder.
Yep.
I played Alliance 3.
You don't hear much about Alliance 3.
You don't hear much about it, but that's just because it's been a while now, I think.
Right.
It's been a while.
I think it did pretty well.
It did. It sold, I believe, over 1 million units at least. So that's good for
the type of game that it is.
Promoted it. And honestly, Nintendo barely promoted it.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
I have
a bunch of other games that whole time instead. Astral Chain, stuff like that.
The game that I was talking about is it seems to be kind of an action open world type of RPG. Kind of reminds me of Tomb Raider, but like way more fast paced. I don't know if you guys remember what I'm talking about. I think it was shown in a State of Play in summer of last year.
Listen, those state of plays can be so boring
Yeah.
and just so mid-tier that I forget about half the stuff that was shown.
This
Same.
game
Unless
was
I already pre-know the IP beforehand. Like, oh, that's Ratchet and Clank. Well, obviously I know that because I played it as a kid. But if it's something brand new,
Right.
the new trailers for the new games, they need to do a better job standing out, I feel like.
I have
Especially
it.
at these events.
I have it right
Down.
here.
What
It's
is
called
it?
Forspoken. That's the name of the game.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's the name,
I
and
don't.
that was teased initially in June of last year, and it was
shown again recently, right?
yep, shown again last month. And in June it was Project Athia. That was the name. That looks pretty promising. Seems to be extremely early in development though, so I don't know about that, but I think they might show this because this to me screams a big E3 game. It's definitely a visual showcase, and well, this is what the Western audience is looking for most of the time. So I think it's definitely an E3 game personally, but
And
I
I
don't know.
actually have one question to ask, actually. Do
For
you
sure.
guys think that, because Capcom, Square Enix, Sega, they're all having their separate showcases too, but in like Sony showcase and Nintendo's, they're probably going to have a couple of the same games, obviously, because, you know, they're on certain platforms. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I think Triangle Strategy could be showcased again on the Direct.
Oh,
And they're
100%.
gonna- And they're going to drop
Oh,
a
yeah.
second demo. Because they
Possibly.
like to do the multiple demos with the studio that works on Octopath and Bravely Default. They love doing those
2 demos.
the polls
The polls.
afterwards, of course.
Mhm.
So I think Triangle Strategy demo number 2 is likely, and if anyone's played that, I highly recommend you check out Project Triangle Strategy, especially if you like Fire Emblem, if you like Final Fantasy Tactics, if you like all that old school kind of stuff. Octopath, it's worth it.
Man, of course, and that demo, I loved it. I was a fan of Octopath Traveler. It had its issues, but looking at the trailer of Project Triangle Strategy, seems like this is gonna fix those issues. So,
definitely.
man, I'm excited. I'd like to see more. I'd like to see more for sure. Now, another Square Enix game that I think we need to see, because I assumed that we would get it before that. But, where is FF7 next gen version?
You know, I was actually going to mention that. I think Square is going to show up during Microsoft's thing and say, hey, this is coming to Xbox Series X as well, or something along those lines. Why don't we all do
It could.
the cloud version on Switch?
I would like to agree with you with Microsoft, but at the same time, I think Sony will show the next gen version first, since they had the marketing deal for the base game. I think they're also gonna show the next gen version first. But I don't know, maybe. But that'd be great if it's like if it comes to Xbox Series of Systems and PC. I think people would be excited for that.
Doesn't Integrate drop before
You're muted,
E3 or
BC.
after? I'm muted right now? Hello?
I can hear you.
Hey, yo.
I can hear you guys. Oh boy, I was the issue. Sorry about that.
I was about to say, I'm like, my mic's on this time. Like, what?
Sorry.
I actually looked that up, and it drops right before E3.
It is right before E3. Okay. Yeah, because we were talking about Final Fantasy Integrate, what date that drops, if it's before E3 or after. Because sometimes they like to showcase a game that's coming out pretty soon, too. You know what I mean?
for sure.
I was thinking
for
the same thing for, like, let's say, like, a couple other things that could be coming out on the way. Like, The World Ends With You, they're definitely going to, of course, show some of that.
Oh yeah, definitely, because that's coming out the next month. So yeah, 100% they're gonna show that. Chat, any predictions? Square Enix? Before we move on, anything else, boys, for Square Enix?
How
Will there
about
be
you?
a new Tomb Raider?
Maybe. What's that team working on?
I think, honestly, this may sound crazy. Like, this is totally throwing spitballs right now. But what if they did a trilogy? A remastered trilogy.
The new Tomb Raider games?
See, that's the thing. Of the old Tomb Raider games.
That'd be cool, because that'd be
The
easy.
ones
for them.
that people did like. Because let's be honest, there's a lot of people who did like the new Tomb Raider games, but not as many people were playing those compared to the old school ones, in my opinion. But that's just
That would be dope, because those games, they kind of need work, I feel.
Yes.
They didn't age that well, so I think that'd be great, and they're good games. But the newer ones,
legacy,
wasn't there a rumor for the trilogy of the newer ones? I think there was a
rumor for
rumor
that
at some
too.
point.
Yeah,
I don't think that's the rumor. I think
You
they're
don't think so?
packaging them as one thing, but I think that's
Okay.
Yeah.
about it.
That
Okay.
makes sense.
This year is Tomb Raider's 25th anniversary, Mako Tensei says in the chat. I didn't even know that. Oh yeah, that's right. They showcased that in the...
Well, this year's also Persona's 25th anniversary, and we haven't seen shit. So.
I mean, you're not wrong. But we'll keep that on hold because we'll get to...
There's a lot of anniversaries we'll be talking about today, actually.
Oh yeah,
from
man.
Sega and from Nintendo.
Of course. Do we have predictions here? Neo, The World End With You. New trailer for FF16. A new Tomb Raider? Okay. Cool. So Square Enix, I'm going in with no expectations. I just think it's gonna be a fun show to watch, probably. But I'm not expecting like massive.
Avengers goes free to play.
That's actually a very good prediction.
And that would be intelligent for them. Is there microtransactions in this thing?
Lost so much money.
Yeah. There's probably a lot of microtransactions in this game, right?
Oh, tons.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It was built to exploit teenagers that were really excited about the Avengers movies that came out.
All right. We can move on from Square Enix now, I would say. I just want to see, do we have questions in regards to Square Enix before we move on? Oh yeah, we have Nexotamer from the Discord server that asked us if we think we'll see Neo The World's End With You, but we answered that. Yeah, we definitely think it's going to be at E3, so... I think
if it's not there, I think we'd all be shocked.
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Now, I want to say this as someone who loves Kingdom Hearts. I don't expect anything.
Oh, no.
I don't expect anything. And it's
maybe what about DLC for that new rhythm game? Maybe.
I don't think so either. And even then, it's not anything major. I'm saying like the story elements. Like for those who are diehard Kingdom Hearts guys, like we're playing a mobile phone game for the core story of the game that we've been playing for 20 plus years.
That's why I can't get into this series, man.
That's trash.
Yeah.
It's so wild. Absolutely wild. Like imagine playing a Persona mobile game and it's
that's coming up, sir.
Well,
that's coming up.
Supposedly Persona, supposedly quote unquote knockoff Persona. Like you go to get Yu-Gi-Oh cards as a kid and they were the Chinese knockoffs.
The great value Persona.
Great value. Oh my god.
We forgot to mention a game that's always at E3 for Square Enix, FF14. That's always at E3. The MMORPG.
Done now though, right?
Is it done?
Pretty much. I think that's their last update with Shadowbringers, correct?
What about Endwalker? That's what Tres Leches in the chat said, but I don't know anything about FF14, so I'm not too sure.
You got me sleeping talking about MMOs.
Oh. I don't know anything about that, so What about one last thing? What about Kingdom Hearts on Switch?
That's what I gotta say.
It should happen, man. Those games are like PS2 games.
It should have. And 2.5 are more than capable.
Oh yeah.
Everything else, nah, probably not. But 1.5 and 2.5,
yeah, they can.
PS2 games,
for sure.
They can be on there.
But you already know what would happen if they released it on Switch. They charge $60 per game, and people would bitch about it.
Nah, not per game, but
no, it's gonna be 60 for the 1.5, 2.5 collection.
Yeah,
I think.
But that's still steep because you can get the all-in-one story thing for like 40 on PS4.
Well, you know how it is on Nintendo.
Yeah.
And I love my Switch. If it's handheld, people will buy it regardless of the price hike because it's handheld.
So you don't think that they would pull like what they did for like the PC releases of the game and sell them separately? Isn't that what they did?
They no. What they did on PC is they had multiple, so you can get 1.5, 2.5. You can get just 2.5. Or
gotcha.
Just 1.5.
Okay, good point.
I don't think they're gonna do multiple with the Switch. I think they're gonna do just 1.5, 2.5, and say $60. Give us our money.
We have a couple of predictions here that would be interesting to go over quickly for Square Enix. Again, LS says, I'd love to see a remaster / remake of an older Final Fantasy title, Sub 7, but one can only dream. Man, FF6? That would be dope. I don't want a remake though. Sorry about that. Just a port would be fantastic. Xenogears port on Switch from Don Diablo? Oh man, absolutely, that'd be dope. Oh yeah, Tres Leches, he said Endwalker is the new expansion that's coming in fall for FF14. Gotcha.
But is it the last one? Because that game's been out for so long at this point. Like,
I don't know, man.
Now, VC, I do want to point out one thing. If they did want to get Kingdom Hearts 3 running on Switch, they could always go for that cloud route.
Yeah,
if they really wanted to.
I hope they don't, because like I think Hitman was a Square Enix game, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Oh,
And
wait,
now
is it? Yeah.
Yes, it is.
And now it's a cloud game. So like I don't know. They could do that, but all I'm gonna say is I'm not a cloud game guy. I'm like if I have to borrow a game, I'd rather it be game. It's like I'm downloading it. I can click on it whenever I want and play it whenever I want. If it's a cloud thing, you have to be always online to do that.
Yep.
And here's the thing. It's like all the people that bought like Control and everything on Switch. Who knows, that license may expire.
It definitely could expire.
They spent $60 on a cloud version of the game.
Yep.
And you know what's even crazier? You know what's even crazier? Like, not to get off track from Square Enix, but you talk about cloud gaming and like games being always online. There isn't a whole lot of those on the Switch. And one game people have been asking for the past year and a half now is Genshin Impact. And that game hasn't been on the Switch because it's always online, even when you're playing single player. So it's one of those things where those kinds of games aren't seemingly capable at the moment. I feel like that we haven't seen enough of that. So what if during the Nintendo E3 thing they finally unveiled Genshin Impact? Do you think that's a possibility? No, I think they just dropped it because I was in their Discord server and left there recently because they promised the Switch version over a year ago. The PS5 version is dropping today. I think it's dropping soon, and they announced the PS5 version like a month ago. So it is what it is at this point. You gotta just play it on PS5 or PS4, Narukami. Gotta just play it that way, man. Get Lisa, get all the hot waifus.
Titty waifus, the game.
yeah, but the game is actually good. Better than Immortal Phoenix Rising, but that's all.
Am I paying attention to the gameplay or the big titty waifus? Let me think for a second. That's like saying I went to Sentinels for the story. No, I was there for Miss Morimura.
All right, moving on. Morimura's hot, though. I'll give you that. I had one last prediction, guys.
One of my favorite games. one of my favorite games. Just saying. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. It's awesome. I have one last and big prediction for Square Enix. You know this big game that everyone loved, that did extremely well, that came out in 2017, came out in 2019 on Switch? Dragon Quest 11. Where's Dragon Quest? Dragon Quest 12 has been in the works for years now. Is that an E3 game?
Not this year.
Here's how I feel. I think you remember from Tokyo Game Show last year for the Square Enix event. Literally 30 plus minutes of the show was Dragon Quest mobile games.
Yep.
So like if they do anything Dragon Quest related, they may just go back into their mobile bag because it seems like they're doing really well with that. So I don't know. We may see like a teaser for Dragon Quest 12, but I wouldn't hold your breath.
Okay, fair enough. I had something similar in mind. I think Dragon Quest is a Tokyo Game Show game. Especially the next big mainline Dragon Quest game, Dragon Quest 12. I think that's Tokyo Game Show, probably not E3. But yeah, that was my last little predictions. Now, where should we go next? Microsoft, Capcom?
I think we should go Sony, actually.
Sony's not there. Sony's not going to be at E3.
That's why I asked.
All right, next up. Nah, Sony, they don't really care about E3 anymore, so they moved on. But hey, at least we have Nintendo and Microsoft to thank for E3 being alive this year.
Definitely. Would you like to go first, actually, on which one you decide?
For sure.
It's your show.
We can go for Microsoft, actually. I have a couple of little things that I want to say for Microsoft. Microsoft is the company that I'm always extremely interested to look at because they have money and they like to pull crazy stuff on us. So I'm always anticipating what is Microsoft going to show at E3. And for this year,
trailer for Fable.
I had this written down. I really do hope they show big stuff this year. Their launch, I keep dissing Sony, saying that their PS5 launch is underwhelming, and I'm gonna stand by that. But the Xbox launch is even worse. So I think they have to go hard at this E3. I think they have to.
It got killed when Halo got delayed.
Yeah, basically. So Halo is gonna be at E3 this year, though. That's a definite game that's gonna be there. I would personally like to see Fable the new Fable. I think they have to put a lot of effort into it, and they have to release it not in like 2024. It has to be a game that's going to come out soon. A big RPG exclusive to Microsoft systems.
I gotta be honest, man. Fable is the Bayonetta 3 of Xbox. They literally had a trailer before anything was ready, before they even had a team practically. I'm telling you, man. That's what it's not coming.
All right, you want to hear something, dude?
I love Fable.
Every single time that I hear someone cry about Bayonetta 3, I'm letting them know that I heard about SMT5 in January 2017, and the game's been as silent as Bayonetta 3, and this game was announced in December 2017. So you guys shut the hell up. Once I get my SMT5, then you can start crying, okay?
You're gonna have to wait a little longer, David.
2021, not 2022. 2021 gang in the chat.
Yes, for sure. But let's not move on.
Yo, I will meet y'all somewhere and fight y'all for this. Like, I'm that, like, sure. I'm
Hey,
sure
if
we're
too many
gonna
games
get into
happen,
it later.
come down to too many games if it's happening.
We'll talk about it later, I'm sure.
We will.
I'll face you in a duel.
Duel.
It's time.
Oh my gosh. Bro, VC, you ain't gonna last against my Blue Eyes deck.
Your Blue Eyes deck. Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. You're using a D tier deck in an A tier meta. That's the deck I use. Dinosaurs, is where it's all at.
Oof.
Starry Nights.
King.
But not to get off topic.
Look at this chat, King.
2021. Let's
Look
go.
at this chat, bro. Take this L.
I'm gonna call y'all all out. Free
My
speeches, no. Demi Crow, I got you. No,
My
no.
heart.
Requiem, no. Zach Chaves, no. Super Gamer Guy, no. Sebastian Solanas, no. Dixon, no.
Ah, dude, you have Demicrow. Demicrow's the homie, but Demicrow's wrong on this one.
Yep.
Oh man. Okay, we'll move on from SMT5 because we could talk about this for a long time.
I can't wait to see the look on all y'all's faces. All y'all when this shit happens. When literally during Nintendo's event, they drop a fucking trailer, and at the end of it, it's gonna say 2022. It's gonna fucking happen, and I guarantee you, little shits, that you're gonna be fucking crying, and David Squat's gonna be crying too, because he's gonna owe me some fucking money, bitch.
How about
Hey,
this? How about
VC.
this?
One quick question: how do you mute someone on Discord? I kind of forgot how to do that.
Oh, that's really easy. I deal with haters and trolls all the time. You go all the way to the right with the dot button.
All right.
KingNarukami, real quick though. If it does say 2022, and you're right, I need to see a video of you celebrating with celebratory stuff in your whole house, like around like party planners, all that. It's gotta be crazy.
You want me to pop a bottle of champagne?
Yeah.
Yes.
You should.
Yeah. It's mandatory, I think, if it does happen.
I'll do it. I'll do it. Bet.
Well, you won't
But
because it's
David's
2021.
paying for
But
it.
let's move on.
But
Yeah.
David's paying.
Yeah, I'll pay for it. Sounds good. We have a deal.
Good. So let's get back to Microsoft.
Yes,
Halo
but
has to be shown.
before we go back to Microsoft, massive shout out to everyone who's here tonight because we topped 100 viewers on stream tonight.
Nice.
That's extremely excited. Thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. We're having a blast. And if you guys are also enjoying the podcast, drop a like. It helps a ton. And please, once we're done with this podcast, check out the homies. The links is down in the description below. Check them out. Make great content. So go support them as well.
Yeah, and thank you once again for having us on. It's always a great time.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Yes,
it's always
sir.
a good time. Even though I'm trying to be bullied by some 2021 fuckers over here.
Oh, we have, of course, Demi Crow coming in with the $2 super chat. Thanks for the support, homie. Appreciate that. And of course, he wants to give a little pat on King's Narukami's back because he's getting bullied with the 2022 super chat here.
I still got my homies though. Y'all trying to double team me like the Dudleys and 3D me through a table right now. No, you bet I'm coming back.
Hey, get the tables!
Get the tables!
Oh man, appreciate the support, Demi Crow. Though you're awesome, man. Appreciate it, and thanks to everyone who's tuning in. Again, if you enjoyed the podcast, drop a like. You have no idea how much this helps. So thank you so much, guys. Now, Microsoft. Speaking of big RPGs that probably won't show up at Microsoft's, what about Elder Scrolls 6? That's not happening.
Definitely not.
It's
We're gonna
not
get
happening.
another trailer again, like literally 20
Oh, yeah.
second trailer. Just like
If it's there, that's what we're gonna get. I have more faith in Fable than Elder Scrolls 6, but I'm more excited for Elder Scrolls 6.
what are you
personally.
thinking, Narukami?
I'm thinking that Skyrim is the most overrated game of all time, and I didn't have fun with it whatsoever, so I could not give a
Great game.
less about Elder Scrolls.
Great game, but I'll give you it's overrated. It's not the best game of all time, and a lot of people say
definitely
that.
not the best game of all time, but it's a 9 out of 10. It's not the best game of all time, but it's the same score I'd give Breath of the Wild, a 9 out of 10.
It's an 8.
David's a 9 out of 10.
Yeah,
Let's be honest, we all 9 out of 10. We can go to the bar, we can meet all the hotties.
It's a good game,
bro,
but
I'm a dime.
You'd be seeing me with the Cougars, but that's for a whole other story.
Hey yo, that Kawakami, we on that Kawakami shit.
ooh,
The Kawakami, Kawamami, Tate Takemi, Bait Takemi. You know what's up.
Let's go.
we have a rapper in the house. Now Bethesda, Elder Scrolls 6 is not going to be there, but I think a game is probably going to be there. Plus, I'm really looking forward to this game and how Microsoft is going to handle it, because I want to see what Microsoft is going to do with their Bethesda acquisition. I want to see if Starfield is going to be exclusive to Xbox and PC.
It should be.
It should, but I
My
want to
opinion.
see if it's going to be, because I don't know, man.
So, on the topic of Microsoft, if you don't mind me butting in for a second.
Oh, go ahead,
That's a
man.
discussion, of course.
Of course.
Talk.
So I know it's probably not going to happen, but there's been a lot of rumors and all this stuff about Persona 5 Royal coming to Xbox. And we're here to tell you today that it's not going to happen. So, what do you guys think about it, right quick, before we go on? Do you think it'll be at E3?
You go first, David.
What game? I'm sorry, man. I was reading a comment.
Persona 5 Royal on Xbox.
Oh, okay.
All those rumors.
Okay, we're going there. Okay, cool. Well, guys, if you have been following the news, if you've been following various different insiders on social medias, you know there's a lot of rumblings when it comes to Persona and Xbox. Hell, if you're watching my content, you should know by now. But
Oh, of course.
there's a lot of rumors about Persona and Xbox. More precisely, Persona 5 and Xbox. Is it happening? I kind of want to say yes. Not because it makes a ton of sense, but Microsoft, they need big RPGs that appeal to the Western audience. And the biggest Japanese RPG that appeals to the Western audience in recent years is Persona 5. Next up, probably Dragon Quest 11. And the thing is on Xbox now. So it makes a lot of sense. And we all know Atlus loves money. $950. And of course, Atlus will take Microsoft's money. So I think it makes sense. So, yeah.
It's a port.
I think it happens. What about you, VC?
All right, now I think it's definitely possible, but all I'm gonna do is turn off my phone for 2 days once it happens, because my Twitter feed is gonna be full of people mad that it's not on the Switch, and I'm just gonna mute my phone, turn it off, make a video saying, "Hey, it's on Xbox and not on Switch," and then I'm gonna mute my YouTube and look away for 2 days.
Bro,
See what
King
happens.
Gooba's gonna delete his account if this happens.
Oh God, he's gonna go. Oh, this really happened. All right, I'm done.
He's probably gonna go knock on Phil Spencer's house like, you motherfucking.
Like, think about it. There's a Nintendo Switch like right behind him, right there.
Yep,
Like,
yep,
come on.
yep.
What are we doing here?
Just before we keep going to Persona and Xbox, massive shout out to Ross in the chat, coming in with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, bro, for the support. I really appreciate that. Interesting comment here. And because of his support, we'll have to answer that right now. I want to hear.
I'm ready for this question.
I want to hear
Let's
you
do it.
guys. He says, liking your channel on Sega and Atlus content. Thank you, Ross. Appreciate that. Just bought Persona Dancing Collection on sale today. Glad to hear on sale. And his question is, what are your Persona predictions? For E3? Or for 2020? Let's do E3 and then let's do 2021. So, King, go ahead. I want to hear your E3 predictions for Persona. And I want to hear your 25th anniversary predictions for Persona.
First off, I want to say the Persona Dancing Collection is on sale for less than $20 on PSN right now. Persona 5 Dancing may be a piece of shit, but it comes with 3 games for less than $20. You get Persona 4 Dancing. Fantastic deal. Just want to say that.
I'm probably gonna buy that right after we're done with the show.
Yeah,
'Cause
really.
I've been waiting to get that on sale, so that's actually good to hear.
Actually play P4 Dancing because it has a good story and it's canon.
I was gonna play all of them because I love Persona. So.
Oh, do you? Did
No.
not know that.
Oh, I do. Just Persona 3 is a little bit.
My man.
Okay, so,
Yep.
y'all need to. Okay, so y'all are double teaming me on this now. Okay, I see how.
Well, let's be honest here for a second. Something needs a remake, and it's not Persona 4.
Bro, but we. Okay,
It's not Persona 3 either, bro. It's not.
bro. All right. Anyways, predictions for
Yes,
E3.
thank you. Because that's a whole podcast for another
Nothing
day.
for Persona. Right.
Nothing for Persona.
Nothing
E3.
for E3.
You don't think anything?
Absolutely. No, I think if there's going to be anything announced close to E3, the PC game show happens when, David?
13th, June 13th.
June 13th. We'll get Persona 3 on PC announcement then. We don't see anything else about Persona because we will see everything at a Persona concert later this year.
We have someone informed. Someone's watching the content. I agree with all of that. Nothing at E3. FES on Steam at PC Gamer Show.
I don't see that happening, man. I gotta be honest. I don't.
Okay.
Because let's be honest here. If they port Persona 3 to PC, they're not gonna put all the quality of life stuff that was in the PS3 port, a portable.
That was not in the prediction.
Yeah. So I honestly, I don't think it's gonna happen. Like people are gonna try Persona 3 for the first time after playing 4 and 5, and they're gonna think, "What the fuck is a
No.
tartar?
Here's the thing though.
Do I put that on my sandwich or on my fish, like tartar sauce? What?"
Bro. I'm telling you, when they release Persona 3 FES for Steam, they're going to put it in a mode where you can control your party members. There you go. That fixes everything.
I hope so.
They would do that. They would do that because, of course, I mean, when I look at P3, the addition of party control to me is skill inheritance in Nocturne. It's the same type of addition to a game. It's not big, it's not hard to do. Modders have done it for FES on Steam. So to be honest, my prediction, Persona, not at E3. I'm gonna hold off on my 25th predictions. But definitely P3 FES, Steam, PC Gamer Show, with the addition of party members being controllable.
Trust me, I want to say that there's going to be Persona stuff during E3. I hope there is. I hope I'm wrong. But, you know, they do a Persona concert every, 2 years? Something like that. It's 2021. It's been 2 years since the last Persona concert. It's the 25th anniversary of Persona. They usually announce new stuff. We had Scramble announced during the 2019 concert. I just see that happening.
Well, speaking of stuff being announced at the concert, I know we're talking about E3 stuff, but
it's all good. It's all good. It's Ross's super chat.
I know this awesome content creator. I don't know if you guys know him. His name is David Cash JRPGs. You guys know him? He had this awesome video that dropped today talking about possible Persona 5 spin-offs happening more because of the success of Persona 5 Strikers. And I've been plotting my own thoughts on this for a while now. I've even wrote out a custom list of characters for the game because I think Persona 5 Arena is the final spin-off, and it's gonna happen. It's gonna.
Nah.
You know what? I have a whole video with Spencer from SMT Network talking about P5 Arena and why we don't think it's happening, but I'll give you that after seeing the numbers for Strikers, I think Arc System is probably more interested in working with Atlus on a P5 Arena game now. I still wouldn't say that it's likely, but seeing the success of Strikers...
What are they doing after that?
Oh, they're working on the various different games right now. On the top of my head, I don't have them, but I think they have a lot of teams at Arc Systems, and I think they're working on 3 titles right now.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So
I wasn't sure if you knew how much they were doing.
If Persona 5 Arena were to happen, I think it would have to be with a different developer or something. Someone's going to have, and I think we have our Persona 5. I think we already have our Persona 5 Arena and Persona 5 Scramble. I think that's going to be our action. Yeah, I think that's going to be our action.
And to be honest, if they give P5 Arena to another dev, I think it's going to be worse than 4 Arena. So if they are to do that, I'd rather them go another route, to be honest. But
Makes sense. Arc System works are really good. They're really good at what they do.
Oh yeah, shout out Fighters. I absolutely love Dragon Ball Fighters. It's a fantastic game.
For sure. We have a $2 super chat from the man himself, Kuro from TheMidnightChannel. Check out his channel, guys. He's awesome. Love the content. He's been supporting me since day one. Appreciate you, man. And of course, he's coming in with the fantastic comment Best comment of the day.
God damn it! God damn it!
King, why don't you read this beautiful super chat for us?
You gotta.
You don't have a choice, man. You don't have a choice now.
Y'all see me crossing my fingers right here on
No, I
hit
don't.
record.
We're not supposed to see. Like, we don't see anything.
SMT5 2021.
Woohoo!
What? Someone catch that.
Makes me smile every time. I hit record before, guys. We're good. We're good.
You have a beautiful smile, sir.
Oh, I know. That's what all the ladies say.
Yes, sir.
Not your lady.
We also have a five.
Ooh.
We also have a $5 super chat from a fellow Canadian, Bleaf789. Thank you for the support, bro. I really appreciate that. Came through VCiPz channel. Looking forward to E3.
Yep.
Thank you.
Y'all, I'm about to jump out my window right now because I had to say that. Hero, it's on you, bro.
You got 3 windows to jump out of, I think. Which one are you choosing?
All of them.
So you're gonna go through one window, go back through your door. Oh, that was fun. Let me do it again. Go out the other window.
As much pain as possible for saying that.
Because SMT5 2021's unbearable. If it's so unbearable, then you better not pick up the game if it drops in 2021.
Oh, I'm picking up the game when it not when.
When? Ooh, we caught that though.
What?
God damn it! The first thing I see, I get a notification from my fucking Discord. They say King said SMT5.
Let's go.
Fuck you, Kuro. Fuck you.
I thank you so much, Bleaf. Really appreciate the support. And of course, Demi Crow is also coming in with the $2 super chat supporting King Narukami SMT5 2022, Jack Bros Remake 1.0 2022. SMT9 HD 2021. Oof. SMT9, man. You know what, Demi Crow? I think that's gonna make you smile. I think Jack Bros Remake is more likely than SMT9 HD. That's like almost as niche as Ronde. Almost as niche as Ronde.
I think a Jack Bros remake is more possible than Persona 5 Arena.
Nah.
Yeah.
Not with the numbers of Striker.
Yeah.
Now we're not done. We're not done with Ross's. We're not done with Ross's demand. He asked that we give our predictions on E3 and Persona. We all think there's gonna be nothing, but for the 25th anniversary, you guys both said your predictions, right?
Yeah.
For the 25th anniversary, I don't want to go too deep into detail about that because obviously we know P3 is happening. If anything else is happening, I'm not sure. It's kind of hard to predict.
Okay.
I would like to see, P3 and P4 collection on Switch.
Digital Devil Saga ports.
That's SMT, my dude.
Yeah, that's not Persona.
I know. I'm jumping over to SMT now.
But that's making sense.
No, dude.
But hold on,
you guys. If that happened, but
it will. But let's hold on. For SMT for a bit. Now, for my prediction, Ross. The reason why we don't think it's gonna be at E3, Persona is not an E3 game most of the time. When it's there, it was already announced. They don't announce Persona stuff at E3. They had boosts for Royal at E3 in 2019, so it happens that they show Persona, but it's never announced at E3. For the 25th, though, again, I think Persona 3 FES is gonna kick off the anniversary, coming to Steam with Party Control. That's gonna be PC Gamer Show. Then I think we'll get a concert. A music concert for the 25th anniversary, and during this concert we're gonna have announcements. We're gonna have various announcements, but when it comes to games announcement, the only thing that I kind of can see is P4G on consoles, Switch, PS4, hopefully Xbox. But
oh my god, I would rebuy it on every platform.
And you're
not
not
really
alone.
One of the best games I've ever played in my life.
It would do really well. So that's my prediction, but I'm very confident about FES, but I don't know about yeah.
I would like to see them re-release the Persona 1 and 2 PSP games at some point.
Oh, that'd be so
I would
dope.
love that. I don't know if they would ever go back and try to remake Persona 2.
They shouldn't.
Listen, this is something I've always thought of, but I know the hardcore original Persona players from 1 and 2 aren't going to like it, but what if they remade Persona 1 in the Persona 5 Royal Engine?
No. If you played this game, you wouldn't say that. Because this game wouldn't work. It wouldn't work in the P5 engine.
Battle, like I want it to look like Persona, but I want it to still be a dungeon crawler.
Yeah.
Because I like dungeon crawlers. So like if it could maintain the dungeon crawling element, but the gameplay looks like Persona 5.
Mm-hmm.
And plays like Persona 5.
You know
if
what?
they could do that, that'd be cool.
Mm-hmm. Persona 1, no disrespect, but P2, fantastic game. I'm replaying Innocent Sin right now, and I plan on replaying Eternal Punishment. But I'm gonna be honest, those games aged like shit. They really did.
Oh yeah.
And a remake. Atlus is having the hardest time of their lives, even acknowledging that those games exist. So for them to go back and remake those games, it's extremely unlikely. Extremely unlikely, I would say. Not that I wouldn't like that, but I think it's very unlikely.
No, I think it would be beloved, but I think they would rather remake P3 because that's where the money's at.
Right.
Yeah.
If they had to, I mean, they already have the models made from Persona 3 Dancing. You better get that after this VC.
Oh no, I definitely do plan on it. How long is the sale going for?
I'm not sure. It just started today. It's the Golden Week sale.
All right, dope.
Mm-hmm.
And you better stream that shit because I'll be there.
all right. Especially anytime you see any of your favorite waifus, I assume.
When I see Fuka dancing, or if I see Haru dancing, I'm there, bro.
Two bad characters. All right, let's move on.
Yeah.
Bro, what the fuck are you talking about, dude?
Dude, I swear, you're the easiest motherfucker to tease. You're so easy to tease.
Bro, how the fuck are we friends?
Oh man.
Yo, Fuka sounds like mother Fuka.
pretty much. Shout out to homie Matthew, the Holy God, coming in with the $1 super chat. No comment. Appreciate the support. Welcome to the stream, Matthew. Really appreciate you being here, man. Really appreciate that. Now, before we went off tangent, great super chat from Ross. That started a big discussion. Thank you for that, man. Do we have anything?
Both of you.
Do we have anything else to say about Microsoft? I'm looking forward to the show. To be honest, I think.
Talking to Microsoft.
I say Halo showing it, and it's delayed again.
Nah, it can't be delayed. It can't.
No way.
It can't. Nah.
Oh yes, it could.
Dude,
oh yes, it
Master
could.
Chief is on the Series X box, the console box, and he's nowhere to be found on the system. It has to be 2021. I'm not even a Halo fan. Like I'm not. I don't care for Halo.
I used to play it all the time, especially Halo 2 and 3. But ever since Reach came out, I was done.
But then I learned that there are good games out there.
Like what?
Anything that's not Halo.
Oh man. All right.
Bro, honestly, shooters put me to sleep. Like first-person shooters, I just can't get it. I used to play Call of Duty like a motherfucker. I used to play Halo 2 and 3 with my friends so much, and they just bore me now. I hate to say it.
Yeah, same. I don't play him anymore, so.
I used to play Call of Duty like by myself sometimes. Like you play with your friends, but then once in a while it's like, my friends aren't on. I'm gonna go play. Like man, just think about all those times I played by myself. What a life.
Dude, even like Black Ops, man. Black Ops by yourself was fun.
Black Ops is the first person shooter that I played the most. Definitely and easily.
If they remade if they even remastered the first Black Ops game, I'd probably buy it.
I honestly would too, no cap. That's one of my favorite Call of Duties, right next to Call of Duty 4. But back to Microsoft though, I don't think we'll see anything Gears related. Gears Tactics was pretty cool. I'm not sure if anyone checked that out. Gears Tactics was probably the best Microsoft game I've played in recent memory, but it's pretty good. Strategy RPG, so it's pretty cool.
It looks good.
I like Demi Crow's comment. David says he's SMT5 2021, and now you say Fuka is a bad character. Cap.
No, 100%. Fuka is a bad character.
How is she a bad character? They forgot about her in the fucking script.
Listen, no. Regardless of story, if we're talking gameplay, Fuka is the worst helper. Hands down.
I don't care.
She helps you out when you don't even need help and you're slaughtering the demons in front of you. And then Futaba helps out a bunch as well in Persona 5. Fuka, it's like, hey, Fuka, I need help. Can you tell me what this affinity is for this demon we're facing? It's like, oh, I'll help you. 3 turns later after you already beat it. She doesn't tell you shit.
Bro,
What are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do?
Bro,
Nothing.
All right.
that was just the design of the game.
Boys,
That was the
boys,
design of the game, though.
Design of the game to make her play bad,
boys.
to make her be horrible.
Let's move on from the
There's
waifu
some good
debates.
things, Yeah, I think we should get into Sega. We went
Yes,
to Atlus
yes,
a bit. I
we
think-
should, because clearly we were hyped for Sega, so we will jump into that. But before that, shout out to the 100 concurrent viewers. We really appreciate every single one of you guys. Thank you so much for the support, and shout out to the 2 people that hopped on stream to dislike the thing. Shout out to the haters out there. Of course, if you guys could drop a like to show them that they're
Hey,
They're
we
wrong.
appreciate the clicks.
Haters because they ain't us.
pretty much. So if you guys could drop a like, show them that they're bad people. Please drop a like and let them know
Thanks
that
for
they're
the
wrong.
view and the click, bro.
Yeah, that actually helps in the algorithm, even if it's a dislike.
Oh
so.
yeah, I know. So F them. I don't even care about dislikes, to be honest. But oh, good. Now we need
I
to
say
talk
this
about.
real quick about Sega, though. I want to say this real quick about Sega. I think it's very likely that we're gonna get barely anything about Sonic. It's his 30th anniversary, and they haven't said a single thing all year.
One thing, Sonic Colors Remastered. That was
And maybe a teaser for Sonic Forces 2, and then Fidel Games Cage has to run around in a Sonic costume because we made a bet on that. But
oof. Sonic Forces was ass.
guys, listen to this. Big news. Big news. As of yesterday, Wario just tweeted. I don't know if it's like big news or anything, but GameStop's being competitive. They're finally price matching other competitors such as Amazon, Best Buy, Target, Walmart at their stores for online purchases and in-store purchases.
Wow. Huh.
They're trying to be competitive. I
Right.
just saw that.
Not bad. Not bad.
Sorry,
Definitely a good
I
move.
just wanted to point that out. That's actually pretty good
That's a big
for
move.
consumers.
Hopefully that doesn't kill them.
Bro, they've been alive for how long? They've been on the
Yeah.
verge of bankruptcy for how long?
for years now.
it's almost a decade.
Going back to Sega real quick, Sonic Colors, I think that's coming out because I don't know if it's a remake or a remaster though, but that's definitely coming out because it's been rated, or was it leaked or rated? I think it was rated. So it's coming out, and it's coming out soon, I would say. But I don't keep a close watch on Sonic news, so I don't really know what to expect per se.
My prediction was, because I don't know anything about Sonic other than I enjoy the movie,
Oh
that there was going to be a new Sonic game at E3. I mean, obviously, I don't know shit. It just makes sense to me because the last thing I've seen is Sonic Mania. I got it for free
Yeah.
on PlayStation Plus. I never played it, but I have it.
Well,
So, I
don't
think-
worry. You have the best Sonic game in your possession, so you might as well play it. It literally is the best Sonic game.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that.
There's no waifus in it, but you can play it.
If there's no boobs, if there's no big titties in it, I don't want to play
Well,
it.
there's Eggman. Do you like his big eggies?
He does. His head does. His head does kind of look like a boob, though.
Kind of look like his head kind of looks like Morimura's ass.
Oh.
It says big though. It says big.
Chat saying Adventure 3 or Mania 2.
Adventure 3, I'd love that.
Oh yeah, but it's not happening. I
Yeah,
think they had
probably
plans
not.
to remake or remaster.
I would
Sonic
like
1
that.
and 2 a few years ago, and they had actually canceled it.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I would just like a remaster because I replayed Adventure 2 last year and I think it aged pretty well. Yeah, it's very
I still
fun.
play it
so-
on my GameCube all the time. It's great.
And I see a
Especially when you
lot.
get the chow fighting. Oh, that's
Yeah,
the best. I would raise
exactly.
my chow,
Same.
give him the right animals to give him the proper strength and speed.
Yep.
Put him into the little chow boxing
Yes,
ring.
sir. And the races in the rivers and stuff. Lots of Sonic Adventure love in the chat. Definitely a game that should come back. I'm not excited for Sonic anymore. I kind of fell off from Sonic after the GameCube era, personally. But yeah,
06 hit. Once 06 hit,
yeah,
that's when I knew.
exactly. Hopefully they can excite me again for Sonic.
Honestly, the only thing that excites me about Sonic is the new movie that they're going to put out. I thoroughly enjoyed the first one, but that's about the only knowledge I have of that franchise. And I might be blacklisted by Sega for that, but to me, their mascot will forever be Jack Frost to me. So, just saying.
Yes, sir.
You
what else from? Are we ready to move on? Anything else to say about Sonic? Because I have a lot of things to say for Sega.
I was thinking if we're gonna move on from Sonic to something else from Sega, I actually talked about it right before, and some news was coming out today about it. Like I think Judgment 2 is happening.
100%.
Oh yeah, I see that at E3 for sure.
They're coming out with an announcement in just a few days about that, if I'm not mistaken.
No, you're right. I think it's May 11th is Judgment Day. So Judgment 2, or the sequel to Judgment, or another Judgment game, is absolutely happening. Plus, the remaster just came out last Friday, so that's definitely happening. And since it's getting announced in a week or two, it's absolutely going to be at E3. I think that's a given. It's probably going to be at Microsoft's show
for a while now. I think it's been in development for a while.
For sure.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Big time.
And it's going to be at Microsoft's show. That's kind of predictable too, because they will get the marketing deal for it, I would assume. So
and that hurts me as a lifelong Yakuza. Well, not lifelong. I've been a Yakuza fan since 2017. Started with the games. Without those games, I wouldn't be into Persona. I wouldn't be into JRPGs. I played all of them, and now all of a sudden, it's like Microsoft's getting all these deals. I'm not trying to bitch about it, but it's like it just hurt that I couldn't play Like a Dragon, the PS5 version, just until like a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah,
that's
really, that hurts.
The next gen exclusivity deal I thought was so wild when I found out about it. I was like, wait, the game's already out on PS4. Why wouldn't it come out the same day as Series X and S from the PS5? Like, I was confused, absolutely baffled. But I was glad to play it on PS4 when I did.
They paid for it. Plus, Microsoft got the marketing deal in the West for Like a Dragon, so that's why I assume they're gonna get Judgment 2 for sure.
They secured the bag for that, and I gotta commend them. They went with where the money's at, and I commend them for that. But it just hurt me a little bit, I guess. I've just been playing. I saw the series. It's like when Yakuza 0 came out, it fucking blew up. That's how I got into the series. Loved it. Played every game after that. So I've seen it go from like this niche thing to being like Microsoft is like, oh my god, play Like a Dragon on Xbox Series X right now. It's a next gen experience and everything. You get all these features, and it hurts, man. It hurts because I couldn't play that at the time.
That's fair, man. And to be honest, it's like, I understand where you're coming from 100%. I played all the Yakuza games except Like a Dragon on PlayStation, so I understand. But at the same time, I'm really happy to see Yakuza going multi-platform. Like, all the games are on PC.
Oh, definitely. Oh, definitely. That's fantastic. That's
really
fantastic. Don't get me wrong. This is not me bitching about it being on Xbox.
No, I got you, man.
I'm happy for them.
Yeah.
They secured the bag.
I know where you're coming from, and it's good for the consumer. Sega needs to get the stick out their ass and start putting their games on multi-platform. So Yakuza is a very good first step. So that's good to see. At least it's very good to see for me. Absolutely. Now I think a good transition.
Wait, what y'all want to see in Judgment 2?
I didn't play the first game yet. I got actually I just got the remaster today in the mail. Kind of late, actually, but I got it. So I plan on playing that once I'm done with Nocturne. So that's definitely going to be a game that I'm going to enjoy. Just looking at it, I know it's going to be dope for sure. It's in Kakarot show.
I want to get into it so bad.
One part about it that it's a great game. I think it's highly underrated. There's one thing about it that irks me, though. There's these missions where you have to tail somebody, and it's like, these things can go on to 10, 15 minutes. You just have to walk slowly behind somebody and tail them and, like, find and cover if they, like, turn around and shit. It's like these people are, like, just walking forward, and all of a sudden they're like, oh, did I hear something? And they just turn around for, like, 30 seconds before they start walking again. And you have to keep on telling them for, like, 10 to 15 minutes sometimes. That really got on my nerves sometimes. But other than that, fantastic 9 out of 10 game. Everyone listening right now should go play Judgment.
You know what? Even without playing it, I'm going to put my stamp of approval on it, on what you just said. It looks awesome, and from everything that I've heard of it, I know I'm going to like it. I'm just like you, I'm a massive Yakuza fan. I own all the games. I played all the games, even Dead Souls. And it's a freaking amazing series, man. And to be honest, well, for me, Goro Majima is like the best character in all of fiction. Like, I think he's so well developed, and he's awesome, and man, I really love Yakuza. Just I could talk about Yakuza. I could run a Yakuza podcast.
Dude, the crazy thing about Majima is that they didn't even think that he would get that popular.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely. Man, love this series so much. Dude. The music, the characters, the story, the gameplay.
I'm into Yakuza 0 pretty soon, actually.
Yakuza 0 is top 3 games of all time for me.
Yes.
All time?
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of great things.
All time.
And I played Like a Dragon and finished it, so. And it's such a great game.
Like a Dragon is amazing, but 0, top 3 games of all time, man.
Yeah, I need to dive.
0 is the game that got me into Japanese culture. Without playing Yakuza 0, I wouldn't be here right now. Guaranteed.
Same.
1000%.
Same. So definitely a good series, and now is a good time to transition into Yakuza at E3, actually. Yakuza 8, or sequel to Like a Dragon. We know Ichiban Kasuga, the protagonist of Like a Dragon, is coming back. That's been confirmed already, so we know it's going to be his story. What's going to be next? Are we seeing Yakuza 8 or the sequel to Like a Dragon? I don't think so, personally.
No.
All right, cool. We agree on that. I think it's a bit too soon. Those games take a certain time to develop, so I don't think it's coming soon. But what I would like to see... Now, I think Sega needs to take advantage of the momentum of the Yakuza series. And I think a good way to do that wouldn't require too much money and effort, would be to bring back a spin-off, whether it's Kenzan or Ishin, that has been Japanese exclusive for years. Or both. Yeah, absolutely. Release them on Switch, PS4, Xbox, PC. Make them... Those games are not hard to...
Release them as a dual package.
Oh yeah, that would be fantastic. Those games look awesome. They're Japanese exclusive, so they would only have to put them in HD. If they, of course, if they do Steam and Switch, they probably would have to put some work into ports, but probably not that much work. And man, fans would heat that up for sure. I think that would.
I don't see the point of Yakuza coming on Switch, because the Switch could not handle Kiwami 2, Yakuza 6, or Dragon.
Fair.
I don't see the point of Yakuza coming to Switch. Like you said about those spin-offs, David, with the success of games of Tsushima and Sekiro, I think this is the perfect time to bring Kenzan and Ishin to the West. People have been wanting that for a while. They've gone on record saying that they don't think people in the West would enjoy it or completely understand everything that's going on in the game. I think this is the perfect time to bring back that series, remaster it a little bit, and put it out on PS4, backwards compatibility, PS5, and Xbox, and Steam. Perfect time.
Agreed.
That's
Because
fair, man.
I've seen they've been trapped there, so getting them west would be nice.
Oh yeah, so that would be dope. Unfortunately, I can't really see anything else Yakuza related at E3.
Agreed. Feel the same way.
Oh no, that's the only thing that I think that could come. Because I think if they were to announce that, that obviously would be an E3 thing, because that would be more for the Western audience, since we've never had those games here.
Exactly, so that's why it makes sense. Plus, Yakuza's been at E3 before, so I can see it happening. Yakuza 6 was like the focus of Sega's show, I think, in 2018. So definitely some back history there with Yakuza on Switch. So Ross in the chat brings up something interesting. He says, if Witcher 3 can go onto the Switch, Yakuza can make it on Switch. I would have to disagree on this one, because Yakuza 0, 4, 5... Yakuza 0, 3, 4, 5, yes. But not Kiwami 1, 2, 6, and Like a Dragon.
No, Kiwami 1 would work, because it runs
You're
on the
right,
same engine.
you're right. Thank you. Okay, Yakuza 2, 6, and Like a Dragon. Those 3 games are running on the Dragon engine. And that engine is extremely poorly optimized. They just got the hang of it with Like a Dragon. Yakuza Kiwami 2 and 6... they not some massive issues, but they had some issues even on PS4 Pro. So those games on Switch with that engine, oof, I really can't see
I
it.
think it would have to be a Switch Pro exclusive or a cloud version.
Possibly, but then again, it's an engine that's so poorly optimized. So.
Clouds.
I know, and that's the only way to get it to work. I'm telling you.
I think
Persona 5 could work on Switch,
Yeah.
but Yakuza Kiwami 2 would not.
Nah,
Just saying.
I agree, and I think Sega's too old school and not modern enough to go the cloud route. So at least.
So, as much as people do want the Yakuza series on Switch, it's pointless, because I don't think you'll get the entire series. I'm just saying.
No, I can see that, and I agree, to be honest, because those games are a continuation. The one game that would make sense, I would say, is Zero. Because I think Zero as a standalone game is fantastic. You can play Zero, and if you thought the game was like a 7 out of 10, great game, but not more, you don't necessarily need more Yakuza, it's still a good experience. While if you play, like, let's say Yakuza, well, all of them, actually, but especially Zero, and it's an engine that could run on Switch, so I would say Zero makes sense, but I can't really see it happening. I don't think it's likely at all, to be honest.
I don't think there's any point because I think people would want more after that.
That's fair.
They couldn't deliver. They could deliver Kiwami 1, but they couldn't deliver Kiwami 2.
Yeah, that's fair, man. I agree. Before we go to Atlus, Sega, I have one little prediction that I want to point out here. We were just talking about a Switch port, actually, and a game that really desperately needs a Switch and Steam port is Sakura Wars 2020. That's a game that Sega, if you don't know, put a ton of work and money into, and the game did okay critically and flopped sales-wise in the West, and even in Japan, it didn't do that well. Didn't really reach their expectations, I feel like. This game is a PlayStation 4 exclusive, and I really think this game would benefit from, especially a Switch release, because there's a lot of visual novel sequences in this one. The combat is a simple action combat system, not really demanding on a system, I would say. So the game would run well, and it's definitely a game that I think would appeal to the Switch audience. PC, because put everything on PC. Come on, we're not in 1990 anymore.
It's that same category.
13 Sentinels?
Sentinels.
Yes, yeah. Ross just mentioned that in the chat too. So yeah, 13 Sentinels, absolutely. Same thing as Sakura Wars. Those two games.
Let me fap to miss Morimore's
on the go.
What?
Shut the fuck up, bro. I stutter sometimes.
Don't worry, we all do sometimes, especially with a hot lady.
Sion.
Let me fap to her big mommy milkers on my toilet.
Sion or Science, sorry about my pronunciation, in the chat saying, wish Sakura was at a dub. Yeah, man, absolutely, because there's a lot of like sections where you have like even Japanese voice acting, but in certain sections it's not even voice acted, and because it's a game really focused on characters, I really wish it was the case. But this game should have been released on Switch day one, I would say. So with Sega wanting to go more multi-platform, I can see it, actually. They already dumped so much money into it. A port would require that much work, I would assume. And it would probably do really well, would make their money back. 13 Sentinels on the other hand, I really don't know if Atlus wants to put more money into it. I don't think so.
It's not the fact that they want to put more money into it. I think that they would try the waters with Sakura Wars first before they released any other game like that. That's not like Persona related or anything on this.
Is it bad if I would say 13 Sentinels would perform better in Sakura Wars if it was on Switch?
Oh no, that's no. I 100% agree.
So like the fact that like they would make a dumb decision, like, oh, let's do Sakura Wars as our test, and then
listen, I think 13 Sentinels has become popular as time has gone on because of word of mouth.
Honestly. All right, hear me out, guys.
Talks about Sakura.
Literally,
hear me out.
Literally, it's a meme. It's a meme on Twitter. Someone posts a picture of whenever 13 Sentinels on sale, and literally, please buy this game. That's it. That's literally 13 Sentinels community in a nutshell. Please buy this game every time it's on sale, because it's actually been on sale a lot lately for 30 and 40. So
hear me out, guys. I'm going to sell you guys on Sakura Wars. I'm gonna sell Sakura Wars in 2 minutes to the Western market, to the casual gamer. Sakura Wars isn't.
Let me put the timer up. Let me get the timer up.
All right, sounds good.
Right.
Show me that counter.
Right, timer ready.
Sakura Wars 2020 is. Sakura Wars 2020 is an action game, action combat system, plus there's a ton of awesome visual novel sequences with waifus. It's actually a dating sim simulator in certain ways. So that is absolutely the type of game that you want to play on the go, on the Nintendo Switch, not demanding. If you play it on base PS4, it's running perfectly fine, no frame drops in combat, super smooth, and there's not a lot going on screen at the same time. So absolutely a game that would perform perfectly fine on Switch. Plus, who doesn't love waifus and dating sims, social links type of conversations? Those things appeal to a good audience. I'm 40 seconds in and I'm gonna talk about why 13 Sentinels doesn't make as much sense. Try to sell 13 Sentinels. I adore 13 Sentinels before I go in. Fantastic game. Game of the year 2020. Awesome, okay? But 13 Sentinels, you cannot sell to a casual gamer. 13 Sentinels, you sell to guys who look up news, who are all about gaming, like us. We're on a podcast talking all about games. Those are the type of people that will play 13 Sentinels. Sakura Wars, I mean, my cousin likes games, likes anime. I can sell Sakura Wars to him. I can't sell 13 Sentinels to him. So for that reason, and that reason only, I think they should try Sakura Wars first. 1 minute, 20 seconds in, and I'm done.
Yep.
That was actually good.
Now, here's what I gotta say. The reason why, though, is because, as you know, since you finished the game, I'm still halfway through. You can't talk about 13 Sentinels. You literally can't. It's impossible to talk about it.
Right.
It's impossible. Like, we can't even say anything.
Without spoiling it.
Literally. Because literally, it's like 1 hour into the game, and shit flips the fan. Shit hits the fan. Like,
it's so fucking good, though. But
it is. It is. To be honest,
I agree with David to an extent.
I just want to mention one little thing, and I'll let you go with what you were about to say, man. I just want to say, I played and completed both Sakura Wars and 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. I prefer 13 Sentinels, okay? So for those of you in the chat, I prefer 13 Sentinels. I think it's a better game. But I think Sakura Wars is a way easier sell. That's all I gotta say.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, compared, like, to a RTS/visual novel compared to, like, a mech fighting game.
Freaking weird story, too,
with big
man.
titty waifus.
Yeah.
I mean, which one's gonna sell better at the end of the
Exactly. We have a $2 super chat from the homie Demi Crow. Thank you so much for the support, man. As always, we always appreciate that. Really good from you. P4D/best Persona game on PC and Switch.
and I agree with them. Persona 4 Dancing is my favorite Persona game. Sorry.
Hey, shoutouts to Poke Lives Matter.
Hey, thank you for the $2 super chat, Demi Crow. Appreciate that. And shout out to the moderator of the channel already, Poke Lives Matter. Thank you so much for coming in, Poke Lives. We really do appreciate the support. Welcome to the Samurai Gang. If I have any members of the channel in the chat, drop some emotes, show him love. Thank you for the support, man. I really appreciate it. You have no idea how much this helps. Thank you. Really appreciate that.
Got the emotes in the chat.
You missed one of your questions, by the way, Pokelives. We answered one of your questions, which was, will Neo the World's End with You be at E3? Yes, we all said that, yes, it's going to be at E3, so you missed that one, but it's all good, of course. But we think it's going to be there.
Before we move on to Sega or Atlus stuff and everything, if y'all don't mind me talking about a few things that I have written down before we move on to Atlus stuff.
For sure. I'm not done with Sega, personally, but you can go ahead, for sure.
And let's get done with Sega, and then we'll throw out those before we get to Atlus. How about that?
Yep. Sounds good. What were you about to say for Sega?
Well, it wasn't about Sega, so that's why I said let's go ahead and get done with Sega, and then I'll bring those up.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. Sega. What else from Sega? Let's see.
I really don't expect much anything else from Sega, other than Judgment. We'll see Judgment. Maybe something Sonic related, maybe not. Who the fuck knows at this point.
Really think Sonic Colors is a given. Someone cleared it up. I think it's Mako Tensei in the chat cleared up. It was leaked and rated. So that's definitely there. Sonic Colors Remastered, Judgment sequel, hopefully another port, a Japanese port, if possible. So like Sakura Wars would be fantastic. Oh, the last thing that I had in mind, Virtual Fighter. That was revealed at Tokyo Game Show last year, and that recently leaked. Is that an E3 game?
I don't know.
I feel like it should be an E3 game, but I feel like Virtual Fighter is one of those things that it hasn't been around in so long, and when it was around, it wasn't people's #1 choice for a fighting game, let alone their second choice. So it's gonna be really hard for when it does reveal itself again.
It's kind of niche.
It's a niche fighter with the way it played itself compared to other fighters.
It's big in the competitive scene though, but I think to the mainstream audience.
Well, Catherine's in the competitive scene too. Can't forget about Catherine.
Yeah. Let's not get into that. That was my last thing.
That, though. Catherine sequel, we need it.
Deep into that.
Yeah.
Let's get deep into that.
All right, let's move on. I think that's all for Sega. I think we have a pretty solid lineup, considering that they don't even have their own show. They're just gonna be at other people's shows. So I think that's a good lineup. All right, so. King, you wanted to go first for Atlus?
Oh well, not really Atlus, but a few different things before we talk about Atlus.
Sorry, man. One last thing for Sega. And every single time that I'm gonna be on a predictions video when we mention Nintendo and Sega, I'm always gonna bring it up until it happens. Please, for the Lord, please. I want Kazuma Kiryu and Goto Majima in Smash.
Yes.
I understand if they don't do like Majima Echo or Majima Skin, but Kiryu has the legacy.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care about what the director of Yakuza said, like, Kiryu doesn't punch a woman. Okay, I get it, but that's dumb. It's a fighting game. That doesn't make any sense. And he's the director. He doesn't choose what happens. If Sega wants Kiryu in Smash, if Nintendo wants Kiryu in Smash, it's possible. So please don't bring that up. Man, I really want it. He has the legacy. He's fantastic, and I would cry if it happens. So please, please.
Dude.
Kiryu punch his way into Smash Brothers E3 2021. Let's get it, baby.
This sucks.
Absolutely sucks. And to freaking tease that director, I want him to jump on field and punch Peach right in. Well, that would be the reveal trailer.
Even better.
Just kidding, obviously, but man, I would like that. So that was my last prediction for Sega. Go ahead. Sorry for the interruption, man.
Oh, no, you're good, man. Off topic of Sega and everything, my final predictions before we get into Atlus and stuff. I think we'll see a new Dragon Ball game from Bandai Namco. Obviously, they have Dragon Ball games every year. They've been quiet about that recently. We had Kakarot last year. So
when are we going to get a Dragon Ball Super game? Because honestly, I know that they're just milking it with the Z logo, because that's what's always been the most popular out of all of them, Dragon Ball Z. But I really think they need to take that next step, especially with the anime hopefully coming back soon to readapt everything that's going on, like the Moro arc, for example, for anyone who does follow the Super manga.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely think a Super game is needed, especially if you played Kakarot. They gave you a little taste of it in Fierce in the DLC, and I think if they just had everything in Super put into a game, people would buy that.
Oh, there's no doubt they could do it with Kakarot too.
How many times have we fought Raditz and got killed? How many times have we fought Frieza on Planet Namek? How many times do we got to replay the same Dragon Ball Z game in many various forms?
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
You know what? I watched and I read Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. I also watched GT. Never Super, and I keep hearing good things. And to be honest, if they release a game with Super story, I would buy that. I would, because I don't feel like watching the anime.
It's an easy sell, honestly.
It is.
There's so much hype behind Super. We have Broly movie came out 2 years ago, right? It was 2 years ago. It seems like a lifetime.
Yeah, like 2019. 2019, so yeah.
And the hype for Dragon Ball is still up there. People still talk about it wanting to come back to this day. Now, personally, I'd be personally hyped for a original Dragon Ball game, not Super. One that covers the original Dragon Ball. Not Dragon Ball Z, not GT, not Super.
So you want to fight Cell again, and you want to fight Frieza again, right?
No, I don't. No, I want the original Dragon Ball, not Z, not GT.
Okay, good. Original, like back in the old days. See, that's the thing. No, I don't think old Dragon Ball will sell compared to Dragon Ball Super. I feel Dragon Ball Super would sell more than an old Dragon Ball.
And that's the sad part. I think that's why we're never going to see an OG Dragon Ball game like that ever again. And that's sad. I was hoping that they would release some Kakarot DLC as Kid Goku, even if it was just a fight against King Piccolo or something.
Right.
And it's sad to see that doesn't get as much love.
That was a very good prediction. I 100% agree Dragon Ball is coming back. Bandai Namco, it only makes sense. I have a boring prediction, but I really feel like this is happening at Nintendo's show. I'm not heading into Nintendo. Don't worry, guys. It's still related to King's prediction. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot leaked for the Switch. That's an E3 game.
Did it?
It
did.
did.
I didn't hear anything about that.
Bandai Namco Europe, I think, leaked this themselves. They published a trailer on Instagram, and there was the Switch logo on the trailer.
Oh, okay, I'm buying that shit again. All right.
I'm buying that shit for the first time, actually, so that's gonna be dope. I kind of wanted to check this one out, but it's been on the backlog, and the Switch release is definitely the way to go for me.
It's fun. Don't go in expecting this Dragon Ball game ever made. It's fun for what it is. I'll say that. It's a good time.
Oh yeah, I'll check
But
it
it's
out.
not like it doesn't reinvent the wheel.
I bet.
Bye.
Atlus, are we jumping in?
Face first or feet first? Are we diving in or are we jumping in like
Nah,
pencil? Like pencil
we're
dive?
we're jumping in pencil. We're gonna go with the smaller predictions first, if that's okay with you.
All right. Well, I mentioned it before, and you've talked about it a little bit in your new video today. People should definitely check that out.
Thanks, man.
Digital Devil Saga, definitely getting some ports. It's using the same engine as SMT Nocturne, so it's possible.
At E3?
Honestly, maybe. I think I would see it at the Nintendo showcase, though. You know, because it's an older game.
I'd
It's
love that.
SMT.
I'd love that.
So what if they did? What if they released the Digital Devil Saga duology on Switch, saying, "Oh, SMT5's delayed till 2022. Here's Digital Devil Saga until then."
Well, first off, they wouldn't say that SMT is delayed. Secondly,
Oh
they
my
would-
God!
Secondly, they would sell a duology for 60 and everyone would buy it.
I'm
anyway,
pretty
so.
sure getting VC on this show was the best decision that I made yesterday.
Oh my God!
I don't even have to say it. He's like, first of all, you're wrong. Second, no, but to be honest, King, I'd be fine with that. If they do that, if they say like SMT5 2022, in the meantime, October, Digital Devil Saga 1 and 2, same type of port as Nocturne, $60 for the duology. I'm good. I'm really happy with that, to be
Would
honest.
you guys like for me to give my reasons why I think SMT5 is not coming this year?
I feel like we would be here all night, so I'm not sure. What do you think, David?
What did you say?
I can sum it up. I can sum it up if you want to. I can tell you my reasons why SMT5 is not coming this year.
I'm gonna
And
say
I said
something
everything
before you
right.
go, right? Okay, I'm gonna say everyone that says SMT5 will be delayed is a new Atlus fan. Is not someone that's been watching Atlus for years. I think that's really the case, because every single time that I hear someone saying, well, not every single time, most of the time when I hear someone saying SMT5 will be delayed, they tell me like, oh, P5 was delayed so many times, and when they say that, I'm like, okay, I'm out. That's too dumb, not worth an answer. But let's hear it, man. If you have other arguments, I'll hear it. I know you have some. I know you have some.
I got some arguments. First off, it's a big game. Obviously,
In a minute and 21 seconds, all right?
all right, minute 21 seconds. All right. Obviously, Atlus doesn't want to mess up this launch and everything. It's a big release for them. It's a way for people to get into the series, and Persona's gotten so mainstream. They want to make sure it's perfect. It's ready to go. They released the 2021 release date during the pandemic. Obviously, I think there's been some stuff that's happened between then. Maybe people could say it was already huge in the development and everything. It was already deep in it, but it could have slowed it down. Look at Strikers. Look how much that slowed down. If they want to do a worldwide release, I think that they're going to have the pandemic is going to be the thing that delays the game. It's not me trolling. It's not me being a new Atlus fan. I think that is the only reason. It's not that I don't believe that they can do it. It's just that I think there's so many things going on in the world. Boom. There you go.
Fair. I accept that answer. Thank you. That's a good answer. That's a good argument from someone being 2022. I'm not saying that I agree with it, but I'm saying that it makes a lot of sense. The one thing that I want to add to this, the game is definitely staying a worldwide release. That's not changing.
Yes.
100% not changing. 2022, it's possible. We're in a weird situation right now. I don't think it's 2022, but it's possible. It is. We gotta be realistic. I think it's possible. I'm not saying it's...
I want it to be this year. I want it to be this year. Don't get me wrong. I want it to be 2021. But if they need to take some extra time to make sure it's polished, we don't want a situation where the game's not ready and it's not as good as it can be.
The only way I would ever be on the dark side, which is SMT5 2022, is if SMT5 doesn't show up at E3. If it doesn't show up at E3, then David, I'm gonna have to sign Narukami
No.
for like.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
I'm gonna have to, but like if
Oh,
it
good.
does show up, then 2021.
Because we've already had the concert this year. We had the SMT concert. Obviously, nothing was shown during that.
And that's
Everyone-
surprising. I'll fight.
I'm
I'll
not
fight. I'll fight everyone saying that there was no chances in hell that this game wouldn't show at I will fight everyone that says there was no way in hell SMT5 would be at the concert. I'll fight anyone who says that. Because every single sign was pointing towards the fact that SMT5 would be at the concert. It wasn't. But I will fight everyone saying
the moment Atlus West started tweeting about the concert was the moment I knew that it wasn't going to be there, because they wouldn't have tweeted about it if Nocturne wasn't going to have that. Was Nocturne supposed to be a thing for the concert, or was it leaked? I can't 100% remember. Was this supposed to be an announcement during the concert for the Western release, or what?
I don't remember exactly either.
I don't understand.
Because didn't the release date for Nocturne leak right before the concert?
Oh no, that wasn't a concert thing. The concert was a Japanese concert, so
okay,
it was not even fully translated. So no, that was not the goal.
Well, the moment that Atlus West started to advertise the concert was a moment that I was like, okay, SMT5's not going to be shown here. That's just my opinion.
It's all good. It's all good. And again, we could talk about that for a long time now, but I will agree, and I said that in a video before, so it's not new info or anything. I agree that if it's not at E3, if it's not at Nintendo's show, it's probably not 2021 anymore.
No, so here's the thing. I think there's a way that we could still see it at E3 and it not come out this year.
Yes.
And announce a delay, obviously.
Yeah,
I think we're going to see it, no doubt, 100% E3. And if we don't, I would be shocked if we didn't at least see it.
Oh yeah.
So that's just my thing.
Absolutely agreed. My prediction, let's drop it. My prediction: SMT5 2021 E3. I think we see the Shin Megami Tensei 4 2013 E3 trailer. I think that's what we see for 2021. And for those of you who don't remember what was that trailer, if you didn't watch it 10,000 times like I did, this trailer was showcasing quickly, 2 minutes trailer, not more than that, characters, gameplay in combat, exploration, a little bit of the story. It gave you a good idea of the setting. I think that's what we get, alongside the release date being 2021. I think that's what we get, November release date.
I want to shout out to Requiem, by the way, in the chat, saying that even as a 2021 guy, the state of COVID in Japan, I don't know if everyone's been paying attention to the news and everything lately. Tokyo's under lockdown right now because COVID is running rampant over there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's obviously not over with, and people are going to have a hard time to do some games. So, I think it's all honestly a toss-up at this point, whether it comes this year or not. That's just my opinion.
That's fair. That's fair. So what's your prediction for E3 though? You agree that it's gonna be there? What do you think we'll see? Do you think we'll see gameplay? Do you think we'll see a release date? Do you think we'll hear about the delay? What do you think?
I think we'll definitely see gameplay. At least.
So you think
we'll get a new trailer?
So you think it's Q1 2022 then?
Possibly. Now, with the recent state of COVID, because I've been reading a lot about that lately, everything's under lockdown. There's a lot of uncertainty over in Japan right now.
Yeah,
with everything.
Yeah, pretty bad there.
It's concerning. So, if I wouldn't be surprised if they just said 2022 and left it.
Yeah, okay. I agree with that for sure. Good prediction. VC, before you give your prediction, I want to bring up Walk-in Toaster comments in the chat. Very interesting. He says, I hope SMT5 sells more than SMT4 or P5 or P4.
I'm not sure about P5, but definitely more than SMT4, I feel
yes, definitely more than SMT4. P4, if you mean vanilla, yes, definitely. Golden, I also think it has a chance to pop it, since Golden is sitting at 1.3 million as of today, actually. So I think it's very likely that it outsells Golden 2. P5, 3.5 million. I think that's too much, and I'm going to explain my point here. I think SMT5 is going to release at a very good time on the right system for it, and I think it's going to blow everyone's mind. I think with the recent spike in popularity of Megaton as a whole, whether you like it or not, Persona 5 brought a ton of fans into the series. I'm a Megaton content creator, as you guys know me, obviously, and in my comment sections, I'm not even kidding. Every 3 days, there's someone commenting, "Hey, what's up? New fan here. I played Persona 5. What SMT game should I play? I'm thinking of picking up Nocturne." I hear this every week. Every week. So for all of those reasons, I think SMT5 will do fantastically. It's going to outsell every other mainline game. You can quote me on that. I'm not even worried. It's going to crack 1 million easily. And bet more than P5 though. My reason for saying no is because P5 has a mainstream appeal, a casual gamer appeal that SMT5 doesn't have, and that hopefully SMT will never have, because I think those two series are awesome and they belong. They're different series. They should stay different. But let's be honest, social links, the visual style of P3, 4, 5, the calendar system, all of those things are what brings new players that don't normally play niche Japanese RPGs into P5 and Neo Persona. And SMT5 won't have those elements. So for all those reasons, I don't think SMT5 outselling Persona 5 is reasonable, but I still think SMT5 will do extremely well.
Do you know the raw numbers for SMT4?
850,000 are the last numbers, I think.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's what I was about to say. Is because, for example, in 2019, me and our friend OJ, we were expecting like 2 million for Astral Chain, and it ended up being only 1 million sold. So like, I think we should expect or hope for 1 million for SMT5. I think that's a safe number, especially since after 4 you'd hope for it to do better. And the Switch, most games on the Switch do perform better than prior iterations or prior versions on other platforms. So I think 1 million is a safe bet, honestly, for SMT5. And that would be honestly pretty good. It'd be one of the first SMT games to hit 1 million, aside from Nocturne.
I'm surprised you say you think it could get there, but you're not really confident, because with all of what I just said in mind, and the fact that SMT4, a game that came out extremely soon in the 3DS's lifespan, still got 850,000 copies sold. SMT4, brand new game, full HD. After the spike in popularity of Megaton as a whole, I think it's an easy million seller. After it's all said and done, maybe even close to 2 million. That's my opinion.
That would be awesome. That'd be awesome if they did that.
And to be honest, I think Atlus would be fine if SMT5 sells as much as SMT4. But I still think it's going to sell more than that. And, I mean, Astral Chain is a new IP, so as much as the Nintendo marketed it, I still don't think it has the weight that Shin Megami Tensei 5 has.
Of course.
Yeah. So. But that's my opinion, though. What's your prediction? SMT5 E3, what are we going to see?
I think, honestly, we're going to get maybe a 5-minute gameplay showcase where they're going to actually show us some of the game. I think they're going to do that because we really haven't seen anything since 2017. So they should have, like, not just a regular trailer for 2 minutes. I feel like if they gave us like 5 minutes of them talking about the gameplay, talking a little bit about the story, similar to how you like watch a director or watch a showcase or watch something at E3, and they literally have someone talking through the gameplay, letting you know what's going on. I think a lot of that could be possible for SMT5 for a 2021 release date, fall, winter 2021. But I digress.
Cool. So we'll get a release date?
Yeah, 2021, fall, winter.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds good.
Solid October game. Maybe September, maybe October.
I hope that you're right. I really hope that you're right.
Oh, of course. So obviously, we all want to play this game. But at the end of the day, it's SMT5 2021 versus 2022. The war rages on.
Vincent in the chat brings
up...
It's
over until... it ain't gonna be over until after E3, bro. It's the last battle.
We'll wait and see.
It is. Vic in the chat mentions an interesting point here. I hope SMT5 releases around October, not November. I don't want Pokemon to take all the spotlight from it. Thank you, because if it releases at the same time as Pokemon, it's gonna be like... for those of you who don't know, Pokemon is always November, so that's why he's assuming like Diamond and Pearl are gonna be November. I can already read the articles in my mind saying like SMT is a worse Pokemon Diamond game. You shouldn't buy it or some crap like it is a worse. SMT5 is a combination of Pokemon, Persona 5, and yeah, that's all.
Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Listen, I've been playing Pokemon my whole life, and I know in the pixel art style, the chibi formula works. It doesn't work in 3D.
It looks a
Game
bit
looks
weird.
ugly. I just gotta be honest here. Like
Look Persona Q.
It looks ugly as shit.
Persona Q was that chibi 3D art style, and look how well it sold. Just saying.
I mean, Persona Q, chibi art style is trash. I'm gonna
agreed.
I hate it. No, it's
it
not
can
trash.
Be done right. It can be done right. Don't
Yeah,
get me wrong.
it's not trash. It's just not for me. I don't like it. But I'll still buy Diamond and Pearl because I'm a big Gen 4 fan, and it's the only Pokemon announcement that they could announce that would kind of excite me because
I'm voting with my wallet once more and not buying it. I got new Pokemon Snap coming though, and that's what Pokemon should be looking like.
Oof, couldn't care less about that game to be honest.
Damn, you're missing out. Don't you like filming for like videos and stuff? It's like taking pictures, but of Pokemon.
I don't know.
Well,
man.
I can take a picture of a Pokemon on Google. Like I just Google search an image and take a picture of it, and there's my Pokemon Snap right there.
But are you using a real camera?
Or how about this? You play Pokemon Go and you screenshot the Pokemon that you come across. There's your Pokemon Snap, and it's free.
Makes sense.
No, I don't know about that one. But
So
I definitely I'm Pokemon Legends Arceus. That's not coming this year, obviously. But man, I can't wait for that.
I hope they fix that because that looks rough as hell right now.
Yeah, like you look at something like Monster Hunter Stories 2, which we're gonna get to Capcom eventually too while we're talking. But like that game looks really good. You've seen it yesterday, right?
Yeah, I think it looks. I want to be interested because I loved Monster Hunter Rise and I love turn-based RPGs. Obviously, yeah, but it looks kind of generic to me in a way. I don't know if it's me that's the problem here, but when I look at it, I'm like, I don't know. We'll see, but I'm definitely keeping an eye on it. So. Is there anything else that we expect from Atlus at this show? To be honest, I don't think Atlus is going to have a big presence. I think SMT5 is where it's at.
I would love for them to just, like, fucking blow me out of the water and say, Persona Q1 and Q2 come to the Switch during their Nintendo presentation. I don't see that happening. I think if we got anything Atlus related other than Digital Devil Saga or SMT5, I mean, I don't really see anything else.
You guys know what we're gonna get? We are gonna get, at the very end of whatever Atlus does or shows, a teaser. A small, minuscule teaser. Kind of like how Microsoft had the Fable teaser last year, for example, or like Elder Scrolls last year.
Don't say
Persona
Persona 6.
No, I'm gonna say Project Re-Fantasy.
Yeah.
It's shown for 15 seconds. A little art portrait comes up, fading from white, and then the title comes out for the original name. But it's gonna say Project Re-Fantasy, and the Project Re-Fantasy is gonna fade into the real name. It's gonna be a 15-second thing. That's it.
You know what?
I'd love to see it.
If you said that 2 days ago, I would have said no way in hell. But I don't know if you guys saw it. I recommend checking out Kudo, our friend from the Midnight Channels. He made a video similar to mine that I released on Sunday, predictions for E3 and Sega and Atlus. And he brought up, I didn't, but he brought up Re-Fantasy. People in my comment section told me, did you forget about Re-Fantasy? And the reason why I didn't mention it is because I didn't think it made sense. But he brought up the fact that Project Re-Fantasy's director, which is Katsuda Achino, which is actually the Persona 3, 4, 5 director, he's the director for Re-Fantasy, and he said in an interview that they are aiming to conquer the hearts of Western fans with Re-Fantasy. So I forgot about that interview, so I'll take the hell. And when he sent me that, I was like, oof. So E3? Oof. That sounds like something that would conquer the fans of...
I think so.
Hearts of fans.
I think so too.
That, or if they decide to be dumb as hell and they give Re-Fantasy to Sony, then I could see at a state of play maybe. Their big summer state of play.
If they give that game to Sony, like a state of play, I'd be pissed. Like, bro, they could have showed it at E3 and more people would have gotten a chance to see it. Because let's be honest,
Yeah.
there's some people who, like, for example, like, we're content creators, so like we're gonna watch that stuff no matter what. And we're in the gaming hemisphere. We always care about the gaming news. Like, there's people who are like diehards to consoles because they believe console wars exist, and they're not gonna watch that state of play to find out about Project Refantasy, even if they are a fan of like Mega 10 games or anything that Atlus does. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There's people like that out there. Crazy.
I mean, the thing is with Refantasy, it's going to sell well because, of course, you can put that sticker on the game saying from the director of Persona 345, and that alone will sell the game to people. So I don't know what they're gonna do. Refantasy has been in development for over 4 years now, and it reached climax in development by the end of last year.
The only reason it was because we were supposed to get news last year. They stated that we were going to get news in 20.
Yeah,
I don't know if it was because of COVID, if stuff didn't like go on because of it, but we didn't get any news.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see something. Maybe this is the time. It would, when all the eyes are watching, it would be the perfect time to do something like that.
Yep, agreed. And I was just about to mention with the reason why I mentioned that the game's been in development for over 4 years now. I'm kind of worried that they are going to go with Sony exclusivity with this one again, because 2017, when they first started development for Refantasy, it's the period where Atlus were still all in with exclusive. It's before Sega was all in with exclusive, was getting interested in multi-platform. 2017, when the game first started development, is before we saw Yakuza on multi-platform. It's because we saw Strikers on Switch and Steam. It's because we saw Nocturne on PlayStation and Steam. So it's before all those moves. So for that reason, I'm kind of worried that we'll see an exclusive garbage deal with Refantasy 2. I don't know if I made sense with that, but
It's hard to say.
It is hard
it's
to
hard.
say. Yeah, I agree. So, anything else, Atlus?
Yeah.
We're good? All right.
I expect thing, and if there was one thing released, it would be amazing. Just saying that. I'm going in with my expectations extremely low.
Yeah, same. And to be honest, just the mention of SMT5 is enough for me. I'm done. Yeah. I'm good with E3 if they mention SMT5. That's really all I need. I think now is a good time to move on to Capcom, and then we'll end things up with Nintendo. I think Nintendo's going to take longer, so for that reason, we're going to go with Capcom first.
Oh, wait a second, though. You can't forget about the one and only Konami as an exhibitor at E3 2021. What about Konami?
We can do Konami, too. I have one thing to say, though.
All I'm going to say about Konami is one thing.
Silent Hill's not going to be there.
Yeah, Silent Hill's not going to be there, one. Two,
Metal Gear Solid either, so you don't bother watching the show. That's
that as well. I was going to say, for Getsu Fumiden, I'm not sure if any of you's heard of that game, but the game originally released, I believe, on the NES, and they're remaking it this game.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
That looks decent.
And I'm hoping, praying, we get a good Yu-Gi-Oh game.
Oh, that's right.
I think we need a new Yu-Gi-Oh video game. We need it.
Dude.
Like to see a duel.
Dude, if... No, don't get me wrong, dude. If they release
so glitchy, man.
Dude, if they release something like exclusive game like stories with like a story mode and everything, forget about going through the different Yu-Gi-Oh timelines. You go through the storyline of Yu-Gi-Oh and GX. I want an original story. I want something new. Or they could come out and blow everyone's mind with a VR game or something.
Bro,
like, why isn't there a Yu-Gi-Oh VR game by now? Honestly, an official game.
With how much money Konami makes from gambling and pachinko machines and microtransactions, they have enough money to make holograms in real life of Yu-Gi-Oh! And we can actually be playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Real life of holograms. Like, I summoned my Obelisk the Torment, care about giant obelisk hologram. And I tell him to attack with 4,000 life points. His fist hits you, you feel it in your body, like, obelisk,
Dude,
but not okay.
I would buy a VR headset. I would buy a VR headset just for a Yu-Gi-Oh VR game. Honestly, 100%. I don't care about VR. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about VR. I think it's gimmicky. I don't care. But if they release a Yu-Gi-Oh VR game, I'd be all over that shit.
Day one.
Yes.
All right, now let's get to Capcom. That's enough for Konami because
I don't expect anything else either. That's why I decided to skip them. And to be honest, again, I don't have a lot to say for Capcom either. No disrespect, they have some fantastic IPs. I was excited to hear about the great Ace Attorney Chronicles, but that's been confirmed last week, so that's good. Great news. So that's
they had those leaks, and that's basically a lot of my predictions. I have a lot of stuff from the leaks that they had.
Okay,
that's my prediction.
Well, that's gonna be interesting. So my only real prediction that I have is the new exclusive game to the Nintendo Switch, a new Resident Evil game using the RE engine that's on Switch. Because of Monster Hunter Rise. That game has been in development for a long time now. Insiders know of the game. We know it's going to release at some point, and I think E3 might be a good place to show it now.
Agreed. It is codenamed Project Guillotine, for those who may not know.
Here we go.
It's one of those things where it's going to be a high pop and release. It's been on RE Engine, as you said, and with the development time they've been working on so far, it's got to be shown soon. It's got to be.
It makes sense.
Yeah, and one other thing, like I said, we talked about Monster Hunter Stories 2. I think they're going to show more of that as well on the Nintendo Direct side, probably.
Ace Attorney 2, by the way, because the game's coming out in July, so I think that's going to be at the show too.
Definitely. They're definitely going to show that too. Now, here's two well, I have three predictions, like actual regular predictions. One of them is something I've been hoping for so long, but at this point, I'm going to give up soon. Mega Man Battle Network Collection. I need it.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Like the SpongeBob meme. I need
it.
That's happening at some point because I used to call Capcom Podcom, so it's happening. They're gonna do that at some point. The Legacy collections did pretty well too, so
I pay $40 for that if I could, and they usually sell them for $20. But I think they're finally gonna unveil the next Street Fighter.
Oh, really?
I think they're gonna tease it. Not gonna be anything big, but I think they're gonna unveil it. They're not gonna give a release date or anything. They're just gonna show whatever the logo is, a couple like cinematics for the characters, no gameplay. I think it's gonna finally be time for them to show the next Street Fighter.
Man, that'd be cool.
Street Fighter 5's been out for so long now.
That'd be big, man. That'd be so big. Imagine the new RE game exclusive to Switch. Ace Attorney's coming back. New Street Fighter, Mega Man Battle Network. All of those in the same show, bro.
Yeah, and think about it. Let's be honest right now. Capcom has been kicking ass for the past 5 years. Kicking ass. Of all the Resident Evil coming out,
Monster
Hunter games, and World, like so much games, great quality games.
Devil May Cry 5 is also a very good sequel.
Very good.
Man.
Capcom's been putting in that work because everyone knows that. Let's be honest.
Oh,
Capcom wasn't doing that well from 2010 to 2015.
Did you know Street Fighter 5 is not done with DLC? Vincent just mentioned that in the chat.
Why is it not done with DLC?
Dude, it's been out for years. What?
That's
Street Fighter 6. Hopefully it's not a PS5 exclusive. Good
They're
point,
gonna
Demi
milk
Crow.
it dry before they go on to the next one.
Yeah.
That's wild.
You know what else I would like? It's not an E3 thing, but Cyan in the chat also mentioned that. He says all we need now is the rest of the 3DS Ace Attorney games. So 5, 6. Oof.
Yeah, those would be dope, and I love Ace Attorney.
Dope.
Ace Attorney is so good. I had the original games on DS. I got the trilogy on Switch.
Top 5 series of all time.
Oh, one of the best visual novels
to
easily.
me. Yeah, absolutely.
Along with AI the Somnium Files. I will always talk about this game. AI the Somnium.
It's on sale right now, guys. It is on sale on PSN right now.
Life is Strange, best visual novel, y'all.
Yes. No.
No.
Get the fuck out of here.
And if any game didn't sell well, it's AI the Somnium Files. So go buy that.
Yes, go buy that, please. Do yourselves a favor. Shout out to Raging Loop as well. Underrated. Very fun visual novel.
You put me onto that, actually.
Yes.
I have it. It's really good.
It is. Anything else, Capcom?
Yeah, I think they're gonna do Similar to what Square Enix has been doing lately, a lot of old school revivals. Like they brought back Ghosts and Goblins, Ghouls and Ghosts. Like they brought back that new game recently, Resurrection, right? That's what it's called.
I think so. Ghosts and Ghouls Resurrection.
It could
Something
be
like
possible. We could get a new Golden Axe. That may sound ridiculous because it is, but it could be possible. Because listen, I would love a new Fantasy Star because I love Fantasy Star. I also broke Katana Riku, but Fantasy Star, so good. I loved 1, 2, 3, and 4. I played them on the Genesis collection actually on Switch, and so good, so dope. Very underrated RPGs, and Dungeon Crawler too. So
yeah, the older ones. Definitely, that'd be dope.
Yeah, have you played that, David?
Oh no, I haven't. None of them.
Because like I know it's the dungeon crawling element.
Yeah.
So like you definitely would like it, man.
Probably.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Even the first one, like I played the first one before all the others, and like I actually enjoyed it.
Yeah.
For what it was. But yeah.
That's
about it.
What? Oh, so that's good. I think that's a good place to wrap things up with Capcom. We're going into the most interesting one, in my opinion, being Nintendo. I think Nintendo's gonna go big at E3. They went big last year, 2019. 2 Smash reveals, Breath of the Wild 2, big show. Dragon Quest 11, that was a really big show. So I expect them to go big again this year, especially since they've been pretty silent for 2021. So I think we can expect big things. I have a big list of predictions for Nintendo, so I thought I could maybe go first.
Yeah.
If that's all right with you guys.
I mean, it's your show.
All right. I'll go with a big shot first. I think we see the legendary return of Golden Sun. I think that would be fantastic. I think Nintendo needs to bring back one more RPG series, and I think Golden Sun is the way to go. How does that sound?
That would be great, but it's not happening.
Okay. Okay.
For those
I want you are VC. Love it, man.
Movie Office Space, literally, because who loves Golden Sun? A lot of people who've played it. Like that would be great. It's just not. It's not gonna happen. Let's be honest. I would love it. Golden Sun was so great on GBA. If you ever got to play it, you know how good it is.
Yeah.
Not sure about Dark Dawn though. I wouldn't.
Yeah, not as good. It's decent though. It's decent. It's a 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
I'd love
Any
that,
other
man.
predictions you got? Any other predictions you got?
That was a big one. I don't have any like structure behind it, or I don't know anything. I just thought that would be a good prediction. I'll go with a boring one. I think now's probably the time for Pikmin 4. Pikmin 3 did super well on Switch too, so and 4 has been done for years now.
Right?
It sold over 1 million.
Yeah, 1.8 I thought, right?
Something like that, I think. So it outsold all the games in the series. Best-selling game in the series, which is not surprising. It's on Switch. And I think it's time for Pikmin 4. It's been done for years, I would say. I think we heard that from a Miyamoto interview years ago.
I'm pretty sure that was about Hey Pikmin, and I think a lot of us feel that way. I think it was about Hey Pikmin, because that was like in 2015 or 16 when they said that. And
okay,
Hey Pikmin released next year.
I didn't know it was Hey Pikmin. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
So that was a boring one. Do you guys have any other predictions? I still have a couple, but I'll let you guys go.
I want to say no Bayonetta. We're not getting Bayonetta.
No.
It's not happening.
Definitely not. No. That or Metroid Prime 4. That ain't happening.
Yeah,
either.
sorry, the bro Baron Black. That ain't happening. No Bayonetta. No, none of that.
I have some boring predictions. We might see Breath of the Wild 2. I'm not sure. We'll definitely see some Skyward's
Yes.
showing off again.
Skyward Sword 2. I think Breath of the Wild 2 will be there. They promised that we'll see it, and I don't really see them showing it during winter. So I think we see it for sure.
Oh, you know what we're gonna see? And someone did post in the chat, and I do have it in my notes. We are gonna see whatever the new Monolith Soft game, that fantasy project that they've been working on themselves.
That was on my list too.
They've been working for a long time, and they
Years.
haven't really shown much. So,
And they have a massive team working on that thing, so I think now's the time.
80 plus workers currently there. And
Oh,
they're working
man.
on a ton of games right now. They're working on Splatoon 3. They're helping Breath of the Wild 2. They're working on their own projects.
Yeah.
Maybe a Xenoblade Chronicles export.
That you just dropped two of my predictions there. I think we see either that project that you mentioned. I don't think we see Xenoblade Chronicles 2. We see that new medieval project, or Xenoblade Chronicles X. I don't think we see both. I think one of those.
One or the other.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Or we get a very Metroid Prime 4 type of trailer for the medieval game alongside the export. But I don't think we see a lot of things about the medieval game if we get the export.
Right. I see
So-
what you mean. Like, it would be just like a tiny little 20-second teaser kind
Exactly,
of thing. Like
yeah.
before. All right.
Alongside the port. I don't think they do just the teaser. And I think if they do a big trailer, we don't get export. But I think they will do the export. All the Xenoblade games did well on Switch.
Someone in the chat said God of War for Switch. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know about that one. Chief.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Literally, like the GIF meme. I don't know about that one. Chief.
Chief.
With the Hokage, fourth Hokage. If anyone's seen that GIF,
Yeah.
wild.
I don't know
yeah.
which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
I would like to see this. I have a boring prediction than a really out there one. I think we'll see Mario Galaxy 2 port come to Switch at E3.
$60.
I think that's.
Yep.
I think they could do it. I mean, Mario Galaxy. That's pretty much the whole reason anyone bought Super Mario 3D All Stars. So we wanted Mario Galaxy on Switch. We wanted an HP port on it. Yes. Don't fucking.
That was my reason
Okay,
for buying
no.
it. But
Here's the problem.
I don't give a fuck about Mario 64. It's bland.
No, listen, I'm not even talking about 64.
Thank you.
Here's the problem with Galaxy, and 64 isn't even why I have the trilogy. Sunshine's the best out of the three, but that's not the point. The point I'm trying to get to is that Galaxy, for some reason, has motion controls that make no sense. Like, if you're on the menu for the start screen, you should be able to move the left analog stick and press A to play. I shouldn't have to, since you guys are able to see him on camera, move my controller like, oh, I want to go pick the button on the side. Oh, I want those star bits. Oh, let me collect all those over here. Oh, I'm collecting all. No.
Oh, I want to be a lazy gamer and have an easy experience.
It's not an easy experience. It's me looking like a jackass that if someone saw me play, they'd be thinking I'm a nut job.
Bro, but here's my thing though. Mario Galaxy was meant to be played that way. It felt so natural to play on the Wii like that.
On the
I
Wii.
don't give a fuck what you say.
Facts.
I don't give a fuck what you say. If you get rid of those motion controls, you have I think the motion controls accentuate the game. I think
why
you just
is
play
there motion controls in Sunshine and 64 then? Huh? How does that not exist?
64 is the blandest Mario game out there ever fucking made.
That's not me who said it. That's Tim. I think Sunshine's the best out of the three, but that's just facts.
oof.
As BB said in the chat.
Oof. I think you're smoking. Oh man.
Who is
Sunshine is a game for people that don't want to admit how good Galaxy is and just want to be cool and edgy.
Well, no, the reason why we love Sunshine is because the game graphically looks good, 60 frames per second. It literally has the toughest and most challenging and fun and rewarding platforming imaginable, to the point where if you're not technical in platformers, you're going to hate your experience with the game, because like there's a lot of technical platforming you got to do in that game. A lot.
Mario Sunshine is the Persona 3 of Mario games.
No.
It's the one game that too many people played when they were too many hear me out. Too many people played this game first before Galaxy and Galaxy 2 and Odyssey, and because of that they say it's the best one. Too many people played P3 before 4 and 5, and that's the reason why they say it's the best one.
Well, Odyssey is amazing. don't get me
Nostalgia.
wrong. Odyssey and Sunshine, they're like tied for me. But like Sunshine is really good. It also has amazing soundtrack, one of the best soundtracks, right next to Galaxy.
Soundtrack is
Both
decent.
those have the best soundtracks. I think we can agree on that.
Oh, Galaxy! I love Galaxy.
Yeah, Galaxy 1 specifically, and Sunshine, best soundtracks. But I think we should get back to what I think is possible, and I've been saying it for a long time, and with the recent Mario Party update, it's clearly something that they've been working on the back end for the next game, Super Mario Party 2.
Yeah.
That makes
And they
a lot
better
of
not
sense.
only have 3 fucking maps. They better not have 4 fucking maps.
No, don't worry. Instead of having 4 or 5 maps, they're gonna have 6.
Wow.
It makes a lot of sense though, because with the update that they dropped yesterday or today, I'm not too sure. That makes a lot of sense. I think the timing is good, and I don't know.
That was just the most fucking random thing that I woke up to.
It was
2.5 years later.
Yeah.
2.5 years.
Did someone just forget to publish this 2 years ago or something?
You know what? I think
Did it get lost in the files?
Here's what it was.
They have access to new servers now.
That's what I'm trying to get to. Yep. They tried it back when they were working on the game with the old servers, and they realized, oh, this is unplayable. We cannot make it online for this game at this time. So they just put it on the shelf, and then when the new servers came on, that's when they started working on the current online infrastructure for Mario Party as well as Mario Party 2.
We both
And
watched.
They should have never charged $60 for that game ever.
What do you mean never charge 60? They charge every Mario Party for 60.
They
It
charge.
should have never been $60.
They charged 60 for it, and it sold 8 million units. So therefore, you're wrong.
Actually, it's up to 13 million.
13.
Now.
Okay, 13 million. So you're wrong, man. It sold 13 million.
The game yesterday because the update. So
exactly.
It's gonna hit like 16 million by like when the fiscal quarter ends.
Exactly.
And Nintendo says their numbers next week. It's gonna say like 15 million.
$60, baby. So that was the right move. That was the right move, man.
And it's been on sale for 40 a couple times. And it's been bundled with Joy-Cons too.
I just think it's such like a lifeless game that $60 is almost robbery. But people still bought it.
I'm not
denying that at all.
Yeah, I get that. But for them, if you look at them from a business perspective, it just makes sense because.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right, so
yeah.
good prediction. Good prediction.
Demicro, you're hurting my heart. I love Odyssey too, but man, Sunshine's so good.
Sunshine is trash.
It's technical platforming. Like if you're really good at platforming, you're gonna enjoy your experience. If you're not good at platforming, it's gonna hurt you. You're gonna get hurt in this game. Like you will get thrown around, attacked when you least suspected. You're gonna think you're on a platform and you're gonna just fall off.
The game is badly made. It's not the player being bad. It's badly designed.
No, stop.
Do you guys think that Nintendo done with Mario's 35th Sea? Anything Mario related at all?
It's done. It's done. They did a lot of things. They did more things than they normally do. And Nintendo, they acknowledged the 35th of Zelda way more than Mario normally. That history
crazy?
speaks.
There's 4 anniversaries this year. Kirby, Donkey Kong,
Metroid.
Legend of Zelda, and Metroid, all in the same year. And you know what's gonna happen? All of them are gonna get shafted except Kirby and Link. That's it. Zelda.
Even Kirby. I don't see Kirby getting recognition for its anniversary.
Yeah, it got recognition for its 25th. So it's 30th. It makes sense. It's same with the 20th. It had the whole game that they got on Wii.
Okay, maybe. We'll see.
I just think it will get it more than Metroid and Donkey Kong.
Kirby belongs to
We see.
Kirby for me belongs right alongside Mario in a trash can, like being some of the Nintendo IPs that I don't care about at all. Mario, Pikmin, Kirby, Yoshi.
What Nintendo IPs do you like? I need to hear this because, like, for me, like
Fire.
Mario is a great platformer,
Okay.
and Kirby is like a nice slice of differentiate.
Zelda, anything modelless, soft touches, Fire Emblem, Eternal Darkness, if that counts, Golden Sun.
Darkness,
Yeah.
Golden Sun, bro. What do you play, Kid Icarus too?
Nah, Kid Icarus, don't really care for it. That belongs next to Mario. Same thing for F-Zero. I'm gonna trigger so many people.
Yo, you have no idea how good F-Zero is. It's literally so good. I've been replaying it on my own time the other day.
Splatoon's good. Splatoon's awesome.
David doesn't care about first-party games. He doesn't.
Nah,
He hasn't
Splatoon's
even played God of
good.
War.
Smash Bros is good. I don't care for Sony first IP though. I'll give you that.
Let's be honest. Nowadays, they don't even care about their own IPs half the time anyway. That's why the Japan studio isn't even there.
Yep. What else that I was about to say? Nintendo IPs. Let me pull up a list.
How do you like? I can understand people thinking Mario's overrated.
Oh.
I can understand like that, but like Mario has some good games. Man.
Oh, he has some good games, but I don't care for him. Like, okay, they're okay. I don't care.
Damn, man.
Advance Wars.
Damn.
That's Intelligent Systems. That's
Very
good. That's pretty much it.
I'm Persona, Kingdom Hearts, Pokemon, Mario, Monolith Soft. Those like my franchises overall, like top 5, not including Nintendo right now. Like that's like my favorite stuff. So like, bro, no Mario. Like I can understand Kirby. You're like, man, that hurts.
Yeah. Vic in the chat mentions Fire Emblem. I thought you had taste, David. I won't tolerate that blasphemy. I'll give you.
The best Fire Emblem game ever made was Tokyo Mirage Sessions.
Now
Next question.
It's a good game, but I don't know about that.
No, it's not. It's
I'm
not.
sorry.
Fire Emblem is
That's
awesome.
just how it is.
Tokyo Mirage Sessions is a. I'll give you that. Tokyo Mirage Sessions is a better game than Three Houses, but not than like Awakening, Path of Radiance, FE7, all those games, man.
Maybe
Awesome
it's just
games.
because I don't like tactical based games. I'm
Probably.
just not a fan.
That's probably it then.
Yeah.
But how do you like RTSs?
I don't. I just play 13 Sentinels on casual.
So like everyone playing on the easiest difficulty. I see.
Hell yeah, and that's how we do it. I don't have enough time to play games.
Hey, I don't got enough time either, but I love playing on hard difficulties, man. I love a challenge.
What a fucking elitist.
Oh, it's all a masochist.
What a freaking Persona 3 lover.
Yeah, KingNarukami, Persona 3 lover. You don't love Persona for Golden. You might as well change your profile icon in your name.
Just so you know, I played Persona 5 Royal on Easy and had a great time.
What? Oh,
Watch him
man.
change his name to like King Yuki, King Yuki 35. That's your new name. We have a $5 super chat from BLeaf789. Thank you for the support, bro. Really appreciate that. Of course, with the interesting comment, this capping needs to end now. Sunshine is the best of the 3D All-Star collections. Odyssey GOAT, though. I don't know about that. Probably sure, BLeaf, you probably grew up in the GameCube era, right? I'm pretty confident about that.
Can I ask y'all a question right quick about Nintendo E3?
Of course. Always open.
Do you guys think that we're going to see this new Switch Pro, whatever the fuck they want to call it at E3?
I think I see a spider right behind you, bro.
What?
I'm kidding.
Oh, well. So I have to say, what the fuck? Let me look. Not gonna lie.
Okay, but say that again.
Do you think that this Switch Pro is going to be at E3? That
Nope.
they'll
No.
unveil it there?
Nope.
No.
Not happening.
Just like the spider, it's not there.
You know what? You know what's gonna be at E3? Super Smash Brothers.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And we're gonna get 2 fighters.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna get the last 2 fighters.
Man,
both
I'd
in E3.
love that. You know what? I'll give 2 picks for realistic picks that I think are likely, and I'll give 2 picks that I want the most. Already gave out Kazuma Kiryu and Goto Majima. Phoenix, motherfucking right. Should have been in Melee. It's long overdue. My boy, Phoenix Wright, sells a ton of copies on Nintendo systems, and he belongs in Smash Brothers. Phoenix Wright can't fight. Phoenix Wright is in Project X Zone, so you're wrong. Phoenix Wright, Smash Brothers, June 2021. It's happening. Man, I'd love that so much. So that's my other crazy pick. 2 boring picks that I think are likely that a lot of people want. Master Chief, Halo. I think that's likely. Even if Microsoft already has 2 characters, I still think it's likely. And Crash Bandicoot.
I feel the same way about like.
Now that you mentioned about Halo, it just occurred to me. I really think we might see maybe Microsoft announce Game Pass for the Switch or something.
I wanted to
Because
bring
of
this
that,
up. That was in my
video-
list.
That you wanted to bring that up.
Yep.
Sorry, man.
No problem. I don't mind. It's a good point to bring up because I think it's likely. I think we see a kind of smaller version of Game Pass on the Switch.
Yeah, like for example, I have Game Pass. Like games like Cyber Shadow, like 2D pixel art game, kind of
Yep.
like things like there's a ton of games on Game Pass that could totally run on Switch because they're already on Switch.
Yep.
So it'd be cool to have that. And on the Switch version, like Nintendo, of course, gets a cut of everything in that, obviously. Why else would it be on the platform? But I definitely see that happening.
That alongside xCloud.
It's obvious that they're in bed with each other. I mean, we saw that Switch in the back of like that Microsoft thing. The whatever the fuck video it was, I don't even remember what. But you saw the back of a Microsoft video, it's obvious they're teasing something.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So it's coming.
Yeah. Well,
It's coming.
Demi
here's what I
Fiend
gotta
for
say.
Smash sounds
That'd be cool,
freaking
Demi
cool
Fiend
to
for
me,
Smash,
man.
But I 100% feel the same way. Crash and Master Chief seem very likely. But you know who,
Boring
you know-
picks, by the way. I just want to mention that two
Yes.
of them I'd sleep on their announcement.
For me, I wouldn't really sleep on the announcement. I think they'd be cool because, of course, what they represent in the gaming
Yeah,
industry.
yeah. Boring
Another-
to me.
Here's a boring pick that's actually more likely than people think. It's a character that was supposed to be Melee, but ended up getting just a trophy instead. The main protagonist from Famicom Detective Club.
Oh, that's what I had in mind. That was planned for Melee.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was I forgot her name. She's like the girl in the game, the main protagonist. I
I
forgot
don't
her name.
know.
I never played the game. I'm gonna be probably picking it up actually because it's a visual novel and all that. But
It looks cool.
It looks cool. Hopefully
Yeah.
we get a physical edition at some point.
it would be dope. But the protagonist of that game has a potential. But she'd be so boring that people go, "Who the fuck is this?"
Yeah, that'd be like a Terry Bogard, but worse.
That,
announcement.
yeah, like a Terry Bogard or like how back in the day people were like Rob. What the hell's a Rob?
Yeah. So
Now for my two real picks that I would love, Phoenix Wright, fuck
yes,
yeah,
yes.
Sora, fuck yeah.
Sora. I
but
don't
Sora's
give a
not
single
happening.
shit about
Sora's not
Sora.
happening.
I don't give a single shit about him, but he should get in because he makes sense. He has the legacy. I don't care.
Oh my god!
I don't care.
Mario, you're just stabbing me. You're just.
I mean, I'm gonna say it right away. Tetsuya Nomura, not a fan. Not a fan of his work.
But what about The World Ends with You?
Never played it, but it looks decent.
I said they would. I have it. I have The World Ends with You for the Switch, but
I want to play it on DS.
it looks so bland on the Switch. It looks so boring. I'm gonna watch the anime instead, probably.
David, I need to know: have you ever played a Kingdom Hearts game
Yeah, I played the first game.
and you didn't like it?
Nope.
You didn't get captured by the story? The enthralling combat?
No. The combat's ass.
Do you even understand the story, VC? Because I know a lot of more.
Yeah.
A lot of King
You need a bit more.
The
You know what's good? You know what's a good combat system from a game you played? Strange Journey. That's a good combat system. Kingdom Hearts is trash. Belongs right next to Mario.
Oh, you clearly have to play Kingdom Hearts 2 because that's like the best game. That's literally like the best game. Kingdom Hearts 2 has better combat. Kingdom Hearts 2 has better combat than every Devil May Cry ever made, and better than Bayonetta, and better than
Yeah,
any-
that's a weird comparison though.
Just wanted to say my prediction was Smash Brothers
Yeah.
featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry
Dante.
series. Just saying.
Dante it deserves his spot, but Dante is Capcom, so F him. He's second place. Phoenix Wright. Thank you.
And you know what? Leon from Resident Evil is in third.
Yeah. Oh, that will hurt a ton of people, but I agree. He deserves his spot too.
I
Third
would like
place.
to see I'd like to see Monokuma in Smash. That'd be great.
That'd be awesome, actually. I just want to hear the theme. I just want to hear his theme.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
hey, let's change that.
Honestly, if I'm so sad that they haven't put Danganronpa on Switch. I'm a firm
Oh,
believer that
yeah.
if you play Danganronpa 1,
Shout outs to
You-
Ed
you don't-
Zero. Don't mean to cut you off, but with the facts, Kingdom
No,
Hearts
you're
2 Final Mix combat is near perfection. That's someone who knows what they're talking about. Let's go. It literally is the best action RPG combat, like hands down. Like I was thinking of getting the PC version because like the modding community is getting ridiculous. Like, I'm telling you, David, if you have a way to play that, play it. I'll do a sponsored stream. So you play it.
We'll see.
David, I think you're going to lose subscribers by calling Kingdom Hearts trash, dude.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's trash. I think it's overrated.
It said 3,411 before. It says 310. It says 10 now.
I mean, I think, and I'm serious about it, I think Kingdom Hearts is overrated, and I think Tetsuya Nomura belongs right next to Mario, man. In the trash can.
Why- Oh my god, the trash can's so full. You about to be
It
the
is.
garbage man and take the garbage out.
It is. I could drop a ton of hot takes. I love that hot take series of yours, bro. You should bring that back, by the way, man. And you should have me on because I can drop some hot shit on this.
Yo, that'd be
Oh my God.
That'd be
I
sick.
don't think the world's ready for you to
Dro-
spitting hot takes.
Atlus hot takes. That's an episode that you have to do.
Like,
man.
like an Atlus themed episode.
Yes.
The first episode y'all do about Persona 3 being bad, I'm gonna dislike it.
Dude, that hot takes episode, I'm gonna bring that P3 copy with me, dude, on screen. I'm gonna hey, check this out.
And I'm gonna agree with everything you say about it. But yo, shout outs to all my
What a bad game! God damn it!
Kingdom Hearts combat better than Devil May Cry. Not very based. Nah, I'm extra based. So based to see the light. I'm enlightened.
I think that's a terrible comparison, to be honest. Belongs right next to Mario too.
Oh my god.
Bruh.
My pain.
Cap.
My suffering.
Cap.
All right. Anything for Smash Brothers?
Did you ever play Mario as a kid?
I did.
Yeah, 2D Mario.
I played
or
64.
something.
I played Sunshine, and I played Galaxy.
Did you play Mario Brothers 3?
Beat
That
these
is
games though.
literally
Did you
one of my
beat
favorite
them?
games.
That's what matters. Did you?
No.
Did you go into Corona Mountain?
I dropped them, all of them, except Galaxy. I dropped Sunshine, I dropped 64, and I dropped Mario 3. I dropped all of them in my playthrough because
Dude,
they were
how do you
boring.
drop Mario 3?
It's boring.
No, it's not!
That-
Fuck you!
That one's better than Mario World. I don't care what anyone says in the chat. 3 is better than World.
Mario 3 is my favorite Mario game other than Galaxy of all time.
It's my
And I
favorite
hate to
2D Mario.
compare those two.
It's my favorite.
Yes,
2D
I
Mario.
even I hate to compare those two games.
Ooh, Demi Crow with the facts. Kingdom Hearts is the trash of JRPGs.
Demi Crow, you're hurting.
My man.
Ah. Ugh.
VC
I ain't
Captain.
Captain. I love these franchises so much.
Listen,
Like
my
like,
girlfriend, it's
I
like
ain't Captain. I'm speaking from the soul. Listen. If you play Kingdom Hearts, it's not just because of the story, because the story is as convoluted as it is. If you play Kingdom Hearts in every entry, you're following. You know what's going on, even though no one else does. But the gameplay is where it's at. Always been where it's
I
at.
can guarantee you, my girlfriend has said on multiple occasions she has played the entire fucking series that she has no idea what the fuck is going on.
That's
Thank
because
you.
she has to pay attention to the mobile game. You can't miss any of the
Here we
games.
go. You said it yourself.
Mobile game!
Exactly. It's garbage. Okay, let's move on. Kingdom Hearts is trash. All right. Next
No.
topic.
That's like saying Persona 5 2 is going to be on mobile. You have to like play like Persona
Yes.
Persona 5 on mobile to understand. No, I'm not fucking doing that shit.
Well, gotta do what you gotta do to get that lore.
Metroid
And
2D
I-
game.
Except-
E3
except-
2021. Metroid 2D from the team that made Samus Returns. I think that's happening. What do you guys think?
What about Metroid?
It's
A
possible.
2D Metroid game by the team that made Samus Returns
I think it's possible.
for the 35th. I think that's more possible than Metroid Prime 4 or the trilogy.
Prime 4 is a lie.
Prime 4 fans that are crying for news. Even if Prime 4 was announced after SMT 5, I'll give him that because they've been waiting for like 2008 or some shit. So it's cool for them. It's cool. But Bayonetta 3 fans need to shut the fuck up.
Facts.
It's not happening, guys. It's not fucking
I think it's
happening.
sooner than
I'm
you guys
sorry.
think. I think it's happening actually.
Go jack off to your big
2023.
waifu.
What about Big T waifu? Say it again.
Like these Bayonetta 3 stands just need to go jack off to her. That's the only reason that they want new scenes to jack off to her too. That's it. I mean, it's Bayonetta. I've tried it. I didn't find it that appealing.
It's
It was kind of.
it's a 7 out of 10.
I gotta be honest.
I think you're generous.
No. You guys are both wrong. It's a solid 8 to
Says
9
the
out of
king.
10.
Says the
game.
Kingdom Heart lover.
Yes, because those games are great. The only one that isn't good is the coded. That's the only one that's bad. Like the music game's actually good. Like if you play the music game, it plays like a music game, but it's got story elements that keep you hooked.
Yay.
I know you guys hate Kingdom Hearts, but come on.
David, I don't want to hear you say shit about rhythm games continuous story
Yo,
before
you,
dancing.
you
Literally
love
continuous
you,
story.
you love rhythm games. Persona 5 dancing, Persona 4 dancing. What are you talking about?
Persona 5 dancing
Persona
is
5
trash.
dancing.
Yeah.
It is.
Four,
I think it's
4 is okay. 4 gets the 6 out of 10 grade, but 3 and 5 they don't pass.
Dude, don't even say 6 out of 10.
Yeah,
12 out of 10.
Bayonetta games are good though. Back to Bayonetta though. you guys are slacking on Bayonetta. I like they're really good games. Action wise, they're good, and surprisingly, the story was pretty good. I was surprised about the story. I know it probably didn't hook you guys, so that's probably why the score is definitely lower for you guys. But for me, I actually got
It just
hooked.
felt so dated when I tried it on Switch. You know, it just felt so dated.
Makes sense.
Fair. I think.
And I hate to be that person. I can't play an old. It just felt so dated to me.
But you could play a Jack Bros remake.
I say that for the meme.
I think Demicro says I'm capping with P4D, and to that I'm gonna say P4D belongs right next to Persona 3, 6 out of 10. That's what I have to say.
Dave,
I thought you were gonna say Persona 3 is trash.
What's your
No.
address?
What?
David, what's your address?
Your
bro?
address?
I just need to come speak to
My
you
address is
for-
2021 My Balls Street. That's the address.
P4D game ever released. I don't give a fuck what anyone says.
The man never played Yakuza 0. Sad story. Alright.
Wait, what? Yakuza. Wait, what about
Yakuza 0 is
Yakuza 0?
10 times better than P4D.
Dude, you
Well, I'm
can't
glad I
even
got
compare those two games. They're totally different games.
You said it's the best
One's a
game ever
visual
released.
novel rhythm game.
You said it's the best.
I'd say it's the best game ever.
Oh, okay. Oh, I can live with that. I misunderstood. I thought you said it's the best game ever released.
No, definitely not. It is not the best game ever released, but it's my favorite Persona.
Yeah, that's fine.
If we're talking about an amazing game that's like a 10 out of 10.
Persona 5, baby.
What? No.
10 out of 10.
Persona
Peak
4,
fiction.
Persona 4 Golden. Persona 5
Yes,
Royal is
yes.
like a 9.5 though. But
Listen,
P4G is not as good as Royal.
Persona 5 introduced me to waifus with how like she could tell me at any time. She could do what she wanted to me. Just give me a toilet and I'd love it.
I gotta be honest, you were cutting in and out. All I heard was Kawakami, my face, and toilet. So I assume she's putting your head in the toilet while pegging, but I don't know. It sounded a bit odd.
I'm here for it.
Okay then.
Give me a swirly, please.
Well, I also said something else that she was doing, but okay. You already admitted. It's all right. The chat heard that, but let's get back to the topics.
Yes.
So we've actually already been going for 2 hours.
Yes, sir. I don't have much else. I have one last thing, actually, for Nintendo. I think we can all agree that Twilight Princess and Wind Waker HD are going to release at some point. I don't know if that's E3, though.
Nah, I don't think so, because they don't want to take light off of Skyward Sword, which is going to be releasing right after, so I expect like a direct to happen after Skyward Sword, and then they're going to drop them. And then they're going to release them like later in the year. For sure.
Okay. I just don't know about those being at E3 personally, so...
Yeah, it's definitely not going to happen at E3, because they want to build up Skyward Sword.
Yeah, that's what I think, too. Any thoughts, King?
I haven't always been the biggest Zelda fan, so I can't really comment on it. I like Zelda. I've played some of the old Zelda games before. Skyward Sword, I'm not excited for whatsoever.
I recommend Wind Waker. Very good.
Oh yeah, my roommate says the exact same thing. Don't worry.
Yeah. So that's the best chance to get it, because Wind Waker HD is really a good looking game. It was one of the best looking games on the Wii U.
Yeah, agreed. It aged
I just hear
so
much
well.
stuff about Breath of the Wild that I don't want to play it. It's getting to the point of annoyance. It looks like I don't think I would enjoy the game. I don't
Dude,
know. I'm tired of open world games.
You never
is what I'm trying
played.
to say.
You never played Breath of the Wild, and you're dissing me for I've never played God of War.
Yeah, that's kind of sus. You haven't played Breath of the Wild.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck about God of War.
Dude, you're fucking capping right now. If you say you don't give a fuck about God of War.
God of War was good before 3.
No, God of War was great when it wasn't a third-person, over-the-shoulder Sony movie simulator.
Dude, stop! Dude,
It's
that
facts.
is one of my favorite games of all time.
All right, my biggest hot take of all time is that The Last of Us is not good.
That's not a hot take. That's a fact too. That's a fact.
Thank you.
It's literally my favorite game of all time.
I know.
What,
I know.
Last of Us?
Fuck you. Yeah.
Really? Seriously?
Yeah.
I think it's
it
super
literally saved my
overrated.
life.
All right. Here's what you
Literally.
gotta do. You gotta change your name to Peasant Joel and have the golf club in your head in your profile picture.
No. Here's the thing. I didn't say that I like The Last of Us 2. I think it's a big steaming pile of shit.
Okay. Because it seemed like, but I only heard one part of that. Your microphone's definitely cutting in and out for me. I'm not sure if that's happening for you too, David, but it's happening.
Depends on the times, yeah, but right now it is cutting a bit.
I love The Last of Us 1, not 2.
Again, Last of Us
One
is
so bad.
Last of Us. I'm obviously exaggerating here. I don't think it's a bad game. Obviously, it's a good game for its time. It's just it doesn't appeal to me at all, and I kind of think it's overrated. But I don't think it's a bad game by any means.
You know how you guys feel about not caring about God of War and stuff? That's how I feel about Last of Us. I do not.
I don't care about Last of Us either.
Garbage. That goes in the trash.
That belongs right next to Kingdom Hearts.
Bruh, nah. See, Kingdom Hearts.
Don't
is
even
in the-
compare those two games.
Pretty sure Last of Us has a better story
Kingdom
though.
Hearts is on the top shelf at the grocery store, and only those tall enough can get it. So I'm sorry. I guess my long arms. I got like 6.
I'm pretty sure Last of Us 2, which story is pretty aided. I think it's better than Kingdom Hearts probably.
Are you?
The Last of Us, dude. I don't know if a story can get as bad as The Last of Us Part 2. It's
Have
pretty-
you played a Nomura's game before?
A what?
Nomura, the dude that makes like some of the Square Enix games, Kingdom Hearts,
No.
Final Fantasy
There's a
15.
reason
I-
why Nomura's games sell. I'll just say that.
Okay. Last of Us. What did you say about Last of Us? It's trash. How many copies did that sell? There's a reason why games sell.
Well, hey, some people like to watch movies and play on casual mode, right, King Narukami?
Fuck you.
Well, that's what happened with The Last of Us. People who play that game put it on the casual mode. Hell, you can't even jump to Last of Us 2. Imagine a game you can't jump in. Oh wait, it's The Last of Us.
Last of Us literally saved my life. Just putting that out there.
It's cool. I'm sure it's not a bad game. It's just not for me, I would say. I don't care for it. It's not my thing.
It's definitely not for everybody. It is very cinematic. It's definitely not a game for everybody.
But
But I
you said cinematic, but then again I'm a big fan of like a series like Metal Gear Solid, for example. That's very cinematic and that series is fantastic. So I don't know.
don't care for Metal Gear Solid.
All right, it's okay.
I've played a couple of the games, but I'm not as deep into the franchise as others.
Oh hell no! Stop the cap. Last of Us 2 is not better than Tetsuya Nomura's games.
Fact. See,
Okay.
the chat knows what's good. Shoutouts.
And then we
Last of Us
have,
Part 2.
but then we have
Yo,
Captain
yo,
Chaz
David,
saying Last of
David,
Us is trash.
All I'm gonna say, man, is you're gonna be covering Kingdom Hearts content soon. I'm seeing a lot of Kingdom Hearts love in the chat.
Speaking of
I'm not
Last
seeing
of
much,
Us-
bro.
Did y'all
I'm
see?
looking-
Did y'all see where they said like The Last of Us
The
3
remake?
stories like done?
Okay. Wow, really?
Yeah, they're working on it. Yeah, they're working on it right now or something. Yeah, I saw that.
Like fucking stop it! They got an HBO series coming out. They're remaking the first fucking game from 2013, remastered in 2014. They need to fucking stop.
Here we go. You see, you're like the biggest fan, and you don't think that's a good idea. I don't know who thinks
It's-
that's a good idea.
I
No one.
think the HBO series can be good. Don't
Right.
get me wrong. I think that could be good. But why the fuck are we already planning a third game when the director literally said himself that he doesn't want to just make a game just to make a game to sell it? He wants a reason to make a game. There's no
Well,
fucking
You know
reason
what? You
now.
know what reason a lot of these game developers make games?
money.
Exactly. They like making money. That's all it is. At the end of the day.
They just need to chill the fuck out because no one wants a fucking Last of Us 1 remake. We got the remaster in 2014. It plays fine. It still holds up to me. I played it right before Last of Us Part 2, and it still held up to me.
Well, most people played it because it came bundled with PlayStation 4. Of course people played it.
Right.
Yeah. So
There's no reason to remake a game for 2013.
I think it's
There
a
are
very
There are much older games more deserving.
or new games.
yeah. Definitely some new games too.
Oh boy. Crazy stuff. Any other predictions, guys, for Nintendo?
We're definitely gonna get No More Heroes 3.
Oh, good point.
Oh,
how,
yeah.
how did I forget about that?
I think we're gonna get a decent section of the direct dedicated to just No More Heroes. And let's be honest, a lot of the directs they have been doing that, but I think like a 7 to 8 minute portion of the direct is gonna be No More Heroes.
Makes sense.
And the game's gonna hopefully sell 1 million units.
I hope
And I mean
so.
hopefully.
Yeah.
Because like the other two games really didn't do that well.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that they're going to announce an overhaul to Nintendo Switch Online?
Nope.
I don't think that's an E3
Me
thing.
either.
It's probably gonna happen at some point, but I don't know about E3.
Maybe just like N64, and that's it. If they were to put anything in, but like that's
Right.
like that's,
I say
that's
Game
already-
Boy.
Game Boy? Oh my god! Not
Original
even Game
Game
Boy
Boy.
Advance. They're gonna go original. Game Boy
Original,
on
not
us.
Game Boy Color, Game Boy.
Oh my god!
Watch them do the
Literally
Virtual
drip
Boy.
feeding. They're drip feeding, man.
What else? My list is full here. I don't have anything else to add. It's empty. I mean, yeah.
Well, we're definitely gonna get something Kirby related because it is his anniversary.
Oh, good point. Probably Kirby. Yeah.
Because the last Kirby game is Star Allies, and no one talk about that mobile transaction Kirby game that was on the Switch for free. It's
Not
literally a copy of another mobile transaction game that's on 3DS. That's a copy of a mini game from one of the Kirby games. So like, don't play that. I forgot what it's called. Kirby Fighters, I think it's called.
I think so. Something like
that.
that. Oh, is it a
Yeah.
Battle Clash Royale or something?
Clash, yeah, some sort of thing like that.
Yeah.
Kirby Clash or whatever.
Yeah, Kirby
Do not
Clash,
play
yeah.
that on Switch. It's microtransaction hell. I rated it like a 3 out of 10. It was absolutely the worst experience I've had with a video game. It's horrible. Garbage. Garbage. That belongs in the trash. Not Tetsuya Nomura. Not Mario. Persona 3 may belong.
Vincent
Oh
in the
my
chat
God.
brings up a
Thank
good
Damage
point.
Control.
He
Not
says
Damage Control.
Nintendo doesn't even need to do anything to their online. It's been selling great even with it being horrible.
And that's a fact. That is
Yep.
a fact.
That's a good
Because
point.
let's be honest, at the end of the day, people are just gonna suck it up and pay that 20 because
Yep.
their friends are playing online and they're like, "Shit, I don't want to be by myself, or else I'm gonna just sell my Switch."
Mm-hmm. Other predictions? King? VC?
I mean, I would love to see a new Mario Kart game, but I know that's not happening.
Yeah.
I think it's I think Deluxe is selling too much.
You know what's gonna happen? A very, very small update to Mario Kart Deluxe.
Oh my god.
Because think about it,
You
they
think
already
so?
sold 38 million units. They already made a lot of extra money. They might as well drop another character or two in. Drop like 1 or 2 tracks. Yeah, just something, and charge like $10.
No, I think it would be a free update.
No,
You'll think
no,
So-
because back on the Wii U it wasn't free for the DLC either. So I think it'd be paid.
Yeah, but now it's called Deluxe, and they're adding big things like in Mario Party, the complete new mode. So I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe.
because they're making so much money, might as well.
Mm-hmm.
we ain't seen Mario Kart 9 though. We
Oh,
have not
never.
seen that.
We ain't seen that.
Not,
The fact
not
that
too
people
soon.
were asking and saying that, oh, this year we're gonna get it back in 2020, I was like, what are you guys smoking?
Nah, I don't think it's happening anytime soon.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll see a new Modulus of IP? Ubicor asks. I don't think so. Not at E3. I think we see either the medieval. Oh, well, that's a new IP, but that's already confirmed. And there's something else that's new? No, definitely not. If we see a new IP from them, that's going to be the medieval game that we talked about before.
Yeah.
I think that has a chance to be at E3. What we said before is either small teaser of the project, a teaser, with no date, no gameplay, no nothing, and an Xenoblade Chronicles export, or a lot of footage of the medieval game and no export. That was our prediction. Other predictions?
We're not gonna get F-Zero, even though
Nah.
we all want it.
Do I want it? I don't think I want it.
Have you played it?
I played GX.
There's no way you feel this way then. What? I need to know why. Was it too fast? It has to be the
Too
reason.
furious.
It's not fun. I don't see the appeal.
It's a racing game.
It's like a boring Mario Kart.
Damn.
With the high octane music, the vibrant
Music is pretty good.
tracks.
Music's pretty good. Splatoon 3 is probably gonna be at E3. That's gonna
It's
be
one
exciting.
of the best graphic-looking games, graphic-intense games on the GameCube.
Yeah, but so is Last of Us on PS3, and you said it's trash.
It is trash. There's a difference. One game is actually good.
F-Zero's trash.
God,
It has good graphics.
I have been sitting here for 3 hours taking abuse after abuse after abuse.
You're taking abuse. I just got stabbed like 9 times for Mario and Kingdom Hearts. You literally stabbed me with the Keyblade and turned me into a Heartless. Goddamn.
I mean, we all have different opinions on a lot of subjects, so it's pretty
yeah.
interesting. That's for sure.
For sure.
Oh, yeah.
It's always crazy good time.
Yes.
Predictions.
Except when y'all say Persona 3's trash, I can't accept that.
No, it's a
not
solid
trash.
6 out of 10. It's a solid 6 out of 10.
It's a 7 out of 10.
Oh no!
I can't.
It's a
I
7
can't.
out of 10, and for a Persona game, it's
So how can
It's
you
a 4.
say it's trash when 7
it's
out of
it's.
10?
I don't say it's trash.
That's
I say
not trash.
I say it's a
That's-
pretty.
yeah,
I say
that's
it's
why I
bad
give
for a
it-
Persona game.
That's why I give it a 6.
But all Persona games are great.
But it was the first Persona game that it literally like built Persona 4 and 5 to what it is.
It is a massive
First Hashino
downgrade.
Persona-
Persona 3 is a massive downgrade from 2. In every single way.
You know where Persona 3 is?
Right next to Mario?
Year-old milk. It's old.
Yeah.
It's crusty.
I
It needs
just want to
work.
say, I played Persona 3.
Smells
right
like
after
shit.
I played it right after and thought it held up perfectly.
There is
I think I agree on that point. I think it
played
held up.
5, then 4 golden, then 5 royal, and then 3 fest, and I wanted to stop playing so bad because
You know, Potatis.
I could have done save states. I chose to intentionally not, and I went through Tartarus wanting to kill myself, and then I finished the game. And I'm like, oh, look, the answer. And I go through another version of Tartarus again, and it's even worse.
Play the answer. That's where you went wrong.
I have.
No. I went wrong going through Tartarus the first time.
Yes. We have a comment that sums it all here.
Just leave
Potatis.
those save points.
Put-
Like, Christ.
Potatis in the chat says P3 is trash, but lovable trash. That's basically where I'm at.
For the story, yeah, but you can't even do the social
music.
link, the important ones till halfway through the game.
It's great.
The music
I don't
is
care.
good. Some of the characters are good.
It's great.
What?
It doesn't have the best character. The music's great. Lotus Juice is great. I don't care.
The music is alright. The music's alright. It's definitely not the best in the series, but it's alright. Especially
You know
P3P.
what is a great soundtrack? You know what is a great soundtrack? Persona 1's PSP soundtrack.
Oof.
Let's talk about that for a minute.
Nah, that's horrible trash.
Better than the original Persona 1 soundtrack.
Now I
It has
know
more
that.
life to it.
That's a hot take.
No. That's the worst. That's the worst garbage take I've heard of my whole life. P1's PSX soundtrack is top tier. I know we put it in B tier in my freaking
I
tier list.
think I
but
listen to it. I listen to it
No.
every night to put me to sleep.
Yeah, because it's so bad.
I'm out. Dude, that's I'm not surprised to hear that coming from a Persona 4 dancing lover.
Bro, what's that even supposed to mean?
Ooh.
I mean,
Okay,
I don't know.
so you're telling me that School Days is a bad song?
School Days is alright, but it's part of like the 8 songs in the whole soundtrack that are okay. While on
Bro, you're capping.
PS1 Persona soundtrack, there's 0 bad tracks. All of them are fire, and they're like, I'm speaking 8 out of 10 plus. Persona PSP, the better tracks are like School Days, and it's like 6 out of 10.
Bro, stop.
So
You're
yeah.
capping. You're capping.
Yes, I seen the light, Vincent.
What an elitist. Well, that's exactly what I expect from SMT.
You know what? Everyone that calls me an elitist, Persona 5 is my favorite Persona game. I played all of them. You can't
He's
call me
right.
an elitist with that.
No, David's Discord, that's where the elitist.
I mean, when I say in my Discord that P5 is the best Persona game, they diss me. So you can't call me an elitist just because of that take. I agree that Persona 2 Eternal Punishment is almost better, but it's missing a bit of tweaks in the gameplay to be better than P5.
All I'm gonna say is Persona 4 Golden That's it.
Yes.
That's the sentence. That's the sentence.
Yes.
Persona 4 Gold.
Chie Satonaka.
Persona 4 Gold.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know about Chie Santanaka. I would put her in like C tier, but as you know, you'd put her in A.
Chie
as we talked about before.
Chie belongs right next to the pacing of Persona 4 in the trash can.
Facts. And we put Naoto and Marie. I know
Yes.
you love Marie Narukami. We're gonna put them
All
and
of
we
them.
say top tier.
What?
Tier characters.
No, you tripping.
Naoto,
Mary belongs right next to Chie, trash can.
Marie.
Marie doesn't even belong in the facility where the trash can is harbored at. She belongs in
Okay.
the fucking
Yeah. Yeah,
Like-
Chie has her moments. Nah, Chie is a good C tier. But Mary's she's out. She's terrible. She's the worst character.
Marie doesn't belong around the trash in the trash can. She belongs at the landfill.
Yeah. No, that's right. But Chie is not best girl.
And you know how big a landfill is? Higher than the height of a trash can.
But that's where trash goes to no longer be seen ever fucking again.
And you know what else is at landfills? A lot of old video games. And you know what games are probably there? A bunch of good ones that people left at GameStop. But let's be honest here, Marie really is S tier, but I see how it is.
I literally don't know anyone saying she's a good character other than you.
Except VC.
Other than you.
It's
Yeah.
because I'm the only one that's cultured. I guess.
I don't know, man.
Dude, you stand over her poetry. That's enough for me to say, bro, this guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
I stand over her character development, the way she conveys herself, the way her actions are.
Bro,
The way the way I kind of want to say that Vanilla's better because she's in Golden.
That's exactly what Narukami said. He said that to me a while back.
oh my God. Bro, here's the thing though. I've been replaying P4G lately, and every time I see one of Marie's poems, they don't make any fucking sense.
That's because you don't have that
No.
You need the Kingdom Hearts Big Green with that.
That's almost as dumb as Persona 1's soundtrack on PSP being better than the PS1 one. That's a terrible take.
It is though. It is though.
Terrible take.
I'm just saying, this is like a Marie poem right here. Leaves falling on the ground. I am a tree, full of sorrow. I howl at the moon. When
P3's
will I
bad.
change?
P3's good.
Lifeless sorrow.
and someone who may have depression, you could probably relate if you could. She has that kind
Dude, I am depressed. I am clinically depressed. I don't give a fuck about her.
Thank
Like,
you.
oh my god, she is like fucking like, oh my god, I can't stand her character whatsoever. She's annoying. She serves no purpose in the story.
Kingdom Hearts slander, Mario slander. What am I doing? Getting stabbed.
Probably.
I'm here with you for Mario, dude. I love Mario.
It's a me, a Mario. Woohoo!
I think we're gonna have to rename this podcast of the Cathedral of Facts or something. where we diss the guests.
No.
That's what
This
we
is
do.
what it is. a brand new thing. The Cathedral of Controversy with Narukami and VCiPz. The Cathedral of Controversy. That'd be wild.
Cathedral of garbage takes.
We need to have one more thing before E3 where we just face off about SMT5.
Battle to the death or a duel.
one more.
We could do that.
Yu-Gi-Oh duel.
I could duel for shit, so that won't work. Especially since he's obviously wrong with the
He's
answer.
too scared, VC. He's too scared.
I
He doesn't want to get sent to the Shadow Realm.
sent to the Shadow Realm. I take you out on my first turn. I run dinosaurs. They're the meta. I'm about to take you out like ASAP.
You remind me of the guy from GX. Remember that guy who says he has dino DNA? Every single time you say I run dinosaurs, I can't help but think about him.
Yeah. I'm actually watching GX. Actually, I forgot his name.
Dub or sub?
I'm actually I love Dub when it comes to like Yu-Gi-Oh because it's so funny. It's so funny.
It's so fun. Remember, David? Have you watched a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh?
Not a lot. I watched like 3 seasons top of the original.
Okay, so I don't remember if you remember in the first season, but Kaiba is like, after he lost his duel with Yugi at the beginning of the show and everything, in the dub, like Pegasus, like minions go and try to kidnap Kaiba or kill him or something, and in the sub, in the Japanese versions, they're holding guns to him, threatening him. In the fucking up, they made the guns invisible and they're just pointing at him.
That's terrible.
And then he jumps out of the window because he pointed at him.
That's so dumb.
Don't move.
Stop or I'll shoot you with my invisible guns.
Don't move, Seto Kaiba. Got your red hand.
Nah, but bro, yeah, we should probably do a podcast dedicated to like debating the release date for SMT5. I think that'd be dope.
I'm here for it.
I'll be the mediator because, like I said before, if we don't see anything at E3, I'm gonna have to switch to the dark side.
Yeah, and that's fair.
At that point.
David, we should both have a bottle of champagne ready for E3.
Yeah, 100%.
But the loser has to send the bottle of champagne by mail to get to the winner.
Do you know how much it is to ship to Canada? Goddamn.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
We have a $2 super chat from Demi Crow. Thank you for the support, bro. He says, I already made a poster for the fight. And yes, he did. Beautiful Avenger-style poster of the right side being me and the wrong side being Narukami, of course. Man, I think it's gonna be pretty cool. I think we're about ready to wrap things up, guys. That was a blast. We had some very interesting predictions in here. I think we can expect big things from E3. I cannot wait to stream the event. I'm sure VC will stream the show and King will probably talk about the events on Twitter and social media.
And hoping to see Kingdom Hearts. You know, we won't, but we're definitely gonna see some Shin Megami Tensei. I have high hopes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
So thanks to all of you guys who tuned in. The support was fantastic tonight. We really appreciate it. I would also extremely appreciate if you guys could go check out those two guys in the description below. I have their links there. Follow them on Twitter. Check them out on YouTube. Most importantly, they have some very entertaining content, so I highly recommend checking them out. And thanks for joining me, both of you guys. That was great tonight.
It's always a great time. Thank you for having us on. It's always a blast. It's always a lot of fun. And always a great time to discuss.
Yes, sir. It was super fun. So we're wrapping things up here, guys. So take care. Have a good one. And most importantly, thanks for tuning in tonight. We really appreciate that. Have a good one, y'all. Take care.
Thank you all for coming. Be safe.